All right, hello. Welcome to the LSCS Season 1 Winner Split. Winner Split. All right, can't talk. Whatever. Week 1 games. For Sentinel, I'm Augite, and
I'm
this is...
launches. I'm
All
launches.
right, we almost synced up perfectly on that. I tried.
Almost.
Anyway, so, yep, welcome to the games for Sentinel, which is the Platinum Division. We have two teams tonight. One of them is RAWR, the other is White Lotus. We got a best of three going on.
Block of three, right? Or is it best of three?
It's best of three.
Well, these are best of three. Okay. These are block.
No,
This is three block.
sorry.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, sorry. It's
okay.
block
It
of
is
three.
block. Okay, making sure.
I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a good thing you're here. All right. So, block of three games. Yeah, you pretty much know how this goes. And yeah, so let's talk about these teams real quick before we get into draft. So, um, you want to go ahead and give the opinion on...
All right. Well, looking at each of these teams, I definitely think RAR has a little advantage looking at kind of the team comps or what each team likes to play. I think good example. I like the support for RAR here, Lucid or Lunar Paw, as I'm seeing a lot of Zyra games, very good Nami games as well here with an 80% win rate actually on the Nami, having games like a 3-3-12 as compared to the support for White Lotus, who looks like they like engage, but also looks like they're more into things like unconventional picks, maybe like the Malphite, or not Malphite, the Maokai support and stuff like Bard as well. So it'll be interesting to see interesting picks come out for both sides, and especially in the support role here, with support being buffed, and especially with 2.2 just coming out as well.
That is true. That is true. And you're excited for that. So, I mean, if we're going to talk about the support, like, I mean, you talked about Lunar Paul, let's talk about Is John. I mean, did you say that had an 80% win rate on Nami?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's a patient man. Um, because I don't know if you played Nami, but sometimes those bubbles are frustrating. They're either extremely fast and everything, or too slow and hit nothing. So I respect anyone who plays Nami. So good job. 80% win rate. God. But let's talk about Ish John. I mean, over here, he has more of a engage support playstyle. He
Definitely.
has things like the Rakan, the Alistair, the Nautilus. So he's a pretty get in the face type of guy.
I'd
And
actually say, I wanted to say, I'm also seeing stuff like the Senna, the Ashe, that really helps with pushing lanes. I'm also seeing stuff like Seraphine with them trying to take out the Seraphine Swain duo bot lane with double AP. So that'll be actually interesting to see if that happens. However, the duo support items were nerfed during the 4.12 patch that just rolled out today. So it'll be interesting to see if we see double support or if we see double support items. But with the patch, I'm gonna probably guess not. But it'll be interesting to see if a team still tries to pull that out.
I mean, it just did get patched. I was normally I would say something like no one's gonna stop playing how they want to play, like as soon as something gets patched. But these guys are trying to win, so we probably won't see that, like you said. And for anybody wondering, we're just trying to get everything set up. You know, it's patch day, client strange, so have a little patience with us. We'll be getting the draft soon, but until then, moving on up. You want to talk about the 80 carries for the two teams?
Yes, let me pull up their information. So that would be Magic Claps and Disgrace here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That would be Disgrace. There it is. While looking at the two team comps, I am seeing Actually, if we look first at Magic Claps, I like the very wide range of character or champions this he's taking out, especially with the Jin, the Aphelios, the Varus, the Senna, the Zaya, the Tristana. Being able to bring out a wide range of picks right now is going to be very helpful. Hmm? Okay.
Okay. Yep. It's gonna be a wide range of picks, and we can actually, well, hopefully see some of these picks because we are gonna move in the draft now. So that'll be pulling up soon for you guys. And like you were saying, wide range of champions on Magic Claps. Same thing on Disgrace. Not the same champions actually. Disgrace actually has a lot of time putting in on things like Varus, Misfortune, Ash, Caitlyn, and Zaya, which is different because Magic Claps has more time put into like the Zaya, the Lucian, and the Jin, and the Action.
Not only
Um,
that, I also see Disgrace pulling out stuff like the Zeri as well. I do think Zeri, while Zeri Lulu is kind of annoying to play with or against, or whatever you want to call it, I still think it is pretty strong right now. So it'll be interesting to see if they do want to pick out the early spring picks of 2023 with the Zeri, Lulu, or even the Lucian Nami coming out. So
unfortunately, won't be seeing a Nami because they have RAWR has taken that away from Lunar Paw. So that is the ban out from RAWR on that one. So unfortunately, no Nami is going to be in this game. Along with the Renekton, the Yon, and the Anivia. We didn't even get to talk about the mid or top lane, but those are some pretty targeted bans too. And the Udyr. Wow, they're really pressuring the jungler and the top laner there. And of course, they're taking out Lunar Paw. Poor Lunar.
could you stream the draft link here? Because I'm having to watch the stream here and it's a little slow on the
Oh,
updating.
oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. Oh, you got it. Thank you.
All right, and the Lucian has been taken out too.
Mhm.
No Lucian.
Of course, I will say the Zaya here for the side of RAR. When looking at the previous matches, the Zaya for Lunapar has been absolutely dominating, with that being their number one pick champion. With I think it was yes, 23 games actually in the last couple of days. With actually Seraphine being picked here by White Lotus, we'll see if that Seraphine will go ADC or support as Seraphine's
Yeah, that is
not.
interchangeable between Seraphine, the AD carry, or the support role, and I guess we're going to have to wait to see what they pick next. The Zinjao.
I
Okay,
I definitely like this Zinzao. Of course, he's been very powerful, especially if we watch yesterday's games. Zinzao has been very powerful, very easy to jump in on, and very easy to disperse fights when needed to.
that's true, but picking it straight after the Zyra pick is interesting.
I would
Y'all already
actually like to
think,
see a Varus here. Actually, if Varus does get locked in, I do think that's really good being able to lock down with his ultimate and with the lethality buffs. Of course, it does
and
help out, and
Gwen is picked up.
that actually is a very interesting Gwen blind, as usually when we see a Gwen, we would see that as a direct counter pick to a champion like the Cassante, like the Jax. But in this situation, doesn't look like it. Well, we actually see the Senna picked up, so it looks like it will be a Senna Seraphine bot lane, which means there's most likely a fasting Senna with Seraphine ADC, which would be very interesting to see. And while we actually wait here, we actually have a Zac ban as well. Zac's jump ability is very powerful, and he did get buffed in this latest patch.
And then, I feel like that's also a good idea on the side of White Lotus for what the team I think believe they're building to take away that form of engage from RAR. Echo disappearing from the board, which is definitely a good idea. Um, from what I've checked so far, the mid laner for White Lotus does enjoy that Echo. Dash just does enjoy Echo, so good ban there. And Poppy is also going off the table. That's the last ban of White Lotus.
I think Poppy is good here with Gwen being picked, of course, with the dashing. Now, I would have loved to see a maybe save that pick unless they're directly banning it because they want to also pick something that has a lot of movement. But I think this Poppy ban definitely helps, and this Azir ban actually great ban for RAWR is being able to set up Azir ultimates on the side of White Lotus really would help, especially with the Seraphine charm with the Senna's Suns and stuff, Senna Suns and stuff like that.
That leaves the Jax open, and unsurprisingly, the Jax gets picked up for White Lotus. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Zero Thorn does have a lot of time on Jax, if I'm looking at this correctly. He
Whereas
has
if
some
you
time on Jax. I won't see a lot.
actually a Yasuo pick that's very interesting for the side of RAR.
What?
Definitely going to be a comfort champion for this for actually Parmesan. When looking at his info, he doesn't. It does not look like he plays Yasuo a lot. However, I would love to see how well he's able to pilot this champion, as in the right hands. Of course, anyone knows a Yasuo is absolutely powerful,
So,
deadly, whatever you want to put there.
okay, so I thought this was where this was going because there was the only champion I could think of who could be in the jungle. I mean, no, there could have been this could have been a Diana setup too, but I didn't think they were gonna do Diana and Gwen.
Oh, and this is also the
Okay,
first Vex we've seen as well.
okay, so there's Vex. So both of these teams have just decided they're gonna try to kill the other quicker. That's all I'm kind of seeing here.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well, being that on both sides, there's not really a main tank. Of course, you can build Wukong kind of tanky, but he's not a pure tank. Same with Jax. I would have actually thought to see RAR maybe pick out the Maokai or something to have that pushback and engage and stuff. But with Wukong, it does look like they both are just going for the bash each other, and whoever dies first loses. So, be interesting to see who actually comes out on top in this situation.
I don't want it to be the people with Yasuo on their team. Is that wrong?
Hmm?
I don't want the people with Yasuo on their team to win.
You don't want
I
RAR
like
to win?
I like RAR. I really do. I do. I have no reason to dislike them, but I don't want the people with Yasuo on their team to win. That's just I can't root for them. And you guys can root for whoever you choose. Predictions are live, so go ahead and bet your hard-earned channel points. Um, Hopefully you don't vote for the people that have Yasuo on their team, just as like a principle. So sorry, that's just how I feel, and I can say whatever I want because we live in America where I can literally say whatever I want.
But the thing is, we're on Twitch. You can't say some stuff.
True, I can't say certain words, but even then, if like I play around with it, like I could probably get around it. I just have to use substitutions for the words that I can't say.
Philippa Blades Queen said in the chat, yeah, I'm rooting for the O10 Yasuo. I mean, he'll hit his power spike eventually. Now, is it
You know,
5 minutes in the game, 2 minutes in the game somehow, or 30 minutes in the game? We'll see.
hey, maybe it could be once he hits 0-10. Maybe then he'll start getting kills. Who knows? Or he probably won't. I mean, This is touching it. Such a feed or famine. God damn. Such a feed or famine champion. Like, and also he's really dependent here on the Wukong for the setup. Like, do you believe that he'll be able to solo kill this Vex?
Wukong or
Yes, well. I mean,
ooh,
hey, God, don't correct me like that in public. DM me. Don't put me on blast. Yeah. Um, do you believe this Yasuo can actually kill Vex solo?
it will definitely be hard. As of course, Vex should, in theory, be able to push out. However, remember the wind wall. If Yasuo is able to have very good wind walls, being able to deny the ultimate, being able to deny the first Q to disrupt the fear is going to be very beneficial for Yasuo. And with his passive of the shield, I think Yasuo will have a harder time against Vex if the Vex is able to consistently poke out the Yasuo and get a pushing lane in.
Okay. Well, you have faith in Yasuo then. I don't. I don't. And you know what? We'll see if that faith comes into play because we're gonna take a short break, guys. And when we come back, we'll be in game one. So we'll see you in a couple.
See you then.
Relationships will often end in disgust. And I know you want my love, but there's nothing to discuss. I don't need you in my life no more. I don't need you in my life no more. I got no money, it's getting sunny, but I still feel cold. I'm bleeding nose running, you funny, you going dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want. Hear me now, I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out whenever you see me. Don't be wasting my time. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I do what I want. I do what I want. Hear me now. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want. I do what I want.
And we are back and now going into our first game. Whoopsie there.
Yep.
When actually looking at this, Wukong forgot to buy a potion. Okay, that will be Wukong on the back foot.
Hold
Oh.
up, stop. I need before we even get into that. I just say it. It's just a standard start, guys. Standard 5 point or whatever you call it. So everybody here has no balls. No invades, no anything here. But back to what you were saying about Wukong forgetting a pot.
And Wukong for getting a pot is going to cost him a little, being that without the pot, especially on someone like Wukong, it is a little harder, or you're going to be a little lower actually going into. It looks to be top scuttle whenever there's a contest between Wukong and Xin for that. Still wondering where the Xin is going to go because he's still in mid. Maybe
There's
Wukong look.
blue buff. Yeah, so
Xin does look like he's going to the blue buff here.
yeah, so yep, like you said, there's probably gonna be a fight for Scuttle, and Yukong is probably gonna lose it. Unless he knows some super secret tech that we don't know.
You can take it without the. You can get up there and win. It's going to be harder for the side of Wukong. I will also like to
So
point out that the Senna is actually the ADC and not the support, like I had previously guessed.
yep, you were wrong about that, but that's okay. We are sometimes unfortunately wrong. Um, but while we were yapping, top lane got to smacking, and Gwen lost a lot of HP. And that is the only lane that's getting active right now. Bot lane is doing their thing of just farming it out. A little harass here and there. No one's trying to hard engage. The stun goes off, but nobody moves forward. Gwen is doing her thing. Except that this stun goes off. Gwen. Oh, Jax did not push that.
Jax did not actually have Q, I think, at that point, which means that he was not able to get the kill there. Still great
All
stun.
right.
We'll force Gwen to probably
Stun
take
lands
an
on
early
Varus.
back.
No, never mind. Excuse me. I thought that was going somewhere.
Ooh, the flea was really well timed by the Vex there. He does get cannon though, so guess we won't lose out too much.
Ooh, a
Good
lot
stun
of
by the
damage
Zayat.
from Senna. I did, but I don't think it really matters because Senna has Seraphine, and also Senna is Senna. So no worries there for the side of White Lotus.
I would say it looks like Xin Zhao is really going for early scuttle, is trying to go for early scuttle priority. As we see, Xin Zhao actually skipped over not only his wolves but also his raptors to get to the scuttle crab first. Wukong will be late to the scuttle crab, even however he is level 4 compared to the Xin Zhao level 3. So
It looks like Xin Zhao is on Wukong. Wukong is on him, and Wukong got the scuttle crab. He stopped juked him. Always a classic.
it does look like bot lane will get the push here. I wonder if they're going to try to crash or take this wave here and actually back for a first item, especially because the Zyra is actually low on mana. Actually, mid lane.
Hold on. I know we just got a glimpse of that, but Vex is putting the work in on Yasuo. I called that. I just want to put that out there that I did call that. But still, I wasn't expecting to be this bad this early. But I guess health wise, it just looks bad because CS wise, he's only about 5 behind. Yeah, okay, 4 now. So he's only 4 behind Vex, so it's not as bad as we're making it seem. But still, Vex is putting the pressure on them. Meanwhile, in top lane, they're just getting active up here, putting
Definitely,
damage on each other.
when actually looking at it, TP was also used by Gwen, which means she already had to back, and she was only able to buy a dagger and boot. So even though she did go back and buy, her power level won't be as high. And ignite actually used by the Gwen just to try and get the Jax to back up here.
And yes, for anyone else who else just noticed, yes, Gwen does not have Ignite, does not have Flash, just has Ignite, Teleport Ignite, which are now gone. Oh, speaking of teleports, Vex also went home and teleported back. So that's both TPs down on the side of White Lotus. And
Actually, a game
Zinjao
quite
is here
happy
in the
about.
bot lane. He gets on the Zaya, the stun lands. Vex gets the first blood mid lane from the Yasuo. Zinjao is still on to the Zyra, but can't make it work. Hold on, the stun lands again. Zinjao still here. Damage has been done. No kills were taken in the bot lane, but that first blood was taken in the mid lane. Um,
Was a flash used by the Zara, but in response, Xin Zhao had to flash and Seraphine had to heal. So I think for bot lane, they are on the back foot, but I think they'll take that trade. However, mid lane, is not looking as good because Yasuo did die there, giving first blood over to Vex.
really wish we had seen how that happened because looking at the summoner spells, Vex did not flash, and Yasuo had backed off to recall. So did Vex just walk up to the tower and just all in him?
Vex got ult first, so my prediction is that Vex, as soon as she hit level 6, ulted right into Yasuo.
Oh wow. Also, RAWR has just picked up all 4 of the Void Grubs. So now they do have that passive that allows them to do more damage to towers. If they get the next 2, I think it's 2 more. If they get 6, a total of 6, when they respawn, they'll be able to spawn Voidlands once they attack towers. So White Lotus has to watch out for that. Wait, is that
Actually,
on?
this
That
who?
has to be on, right? That spawn Voidlands thing. That has to be on, right?
What, the Void Grubs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I'm not sure what's active and what's not. Also,
Actually, ult
Yasuo is
used.
here in the mid lane. It's just going ham on Vex now. Xin Zhao shows up, but to basically save Vex's life. Meanwhile, Jax commits to the fight, and so does Gwen. The ultimate is coming down, and it looks like Gwen is going to win unless Jax jumps away to a minion, which he did do as we let the camera left the situation. So close calls on the side of White Lotus in the mid lane and in the top lane. Now Zinjao has Yasuo in a position. The ultimate lands from Vex. Vex goes in with the fear, but just kind of Yasuo just kind of walking away.
I mean, it is a little cocky for Yasuo to stay there. I'm surprised he didn't die there, but I'm assuming that his passive was able to save him there. Zinza being able to walk away from the Zinzao range. While a little
That
risky, does look like he wanted to get a couple more CS. And he did waste Vex ult, so I think for him, he's going to be liking the situation here.
yep. And meanwhile, like wow, thanks to all that happened in the mid lane and in top lane, Dragon is pretty much free here for RAWR. That's not what that's supposed to say. Anyway, the stun lands onto Zyra. They don't know that Wukong is around the corner. They still don't know because there's no wards over there, but Wukong is in the bot lane now. Is he gonna go around and come to the bushes? Is he going to his golems? He's going to his golems. Okay.
Actually, if you look at here, Seraphine's actually not even level 6 yet. However, both the Zyra and the Vex, not Vex,
Speaking of
Varus is
that,
level
the
6.
ultimate lands onto Senna. So does the Zyra ultimate. Senna just gets melted, and that's after using her own ultimate to try and shield herself. Like you said, Seraphine was not level 6. They were not ready for that engagement. Xin Zhao is here now, but so is Wukong. Who's going to show themselves first? It's going to be Xin Zhao, but he's in a 3v2 and he doesn't know it yet.
Also, top lane, Jax actually used his ultimate there to try to get a kill onto the Gwen, but was not able to actually capitalize on it. Gwen being able
Hold
to just
on, we
dash
may see
away.
it. Oh, the Gwen ultimate is going to go down. The needles are
Ooh,
going
great
wide.
dodge by the Jax, actually.
Yep.
Ooh.
Jack spins the block and kills the Seraphine. And now he's going to get some sweet, sweet tower gold before she respawns and teleports back.
Honestly, already 2 plates going on for the Jax. That is going to definitely help, especially now that he has Tiamat as well. Obviously, bot lane, both the Varus and the Zyra both had 2 back. However, that is Dagger and Feather item, new items. Still not familiar with yet, but we'll get there. At the same time, with Retrix, we also have
Retrix.
Oblivion Ord for the side for Zyra, which is definitely going to help against a Seraphine and Senna combo with the healing that they're able to produce.
Yeah, that's a great early pickup from the Zyra there. We'll see if that goes into more Realnomicon or the warfare item, whatever it's called. You know, that's what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, um, White Lotus is trying to make sure that RAWR does not get that buff because they are going for the Void Grubs. Wukong ultimate goes down, but there's no ultimate from Yasuo. Vex is running towards his team, and Seraphine is here now, level 6, so does have the ulti. Gwen is in a position, and everybody's gonna scatter from RAR. Meanwhile, bot lane is gonna power down that turret because no one can stop them. The ultimate comes down from Varus. The Zyra ultimate too. They do the damage on the Senna, but they do
Ooh.
not get that kill. Almost kills Varus. Does a lot. Never mind.
She gets a
Gets the
kill.
Varus gets the kill with that arrow.
I was gonna say if Senna lived there, that would have been very beneficial for the side of White Lotus being able to get both ultimates and the flash from Varus as
Yeah.
well.
Meanwhile, Xin Zhao is here for the cleanup. He does flash forward to get that W so he can eat onto Zyra. The Seraphine ultimate makes sure that Varus walks up, but is Varus dead? No, he's not. Now he is. That's 2 for the price of 2 there, because Wukong picks up the Xin Zhao kill. Yeah, 2 for 2. So, meanwhile, Jax does a bunch of damage to Gwen for free, because it seems like Gwen did almost nothing to him.
You
I'm
know what I'm saying?
lying.
Oh, he did a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm lying. He did a lot of damage. It just didn't catch up yet. I don't know. The point is, there's constant fighting everywhere, and if you can't tell, I'm trying to focus here.
But I do want to
Yasuo Tornado
say
lands, no ultimate.
no ultimate though.
Oh, but
Oh,
no
actually,
ultimate from Vex.
Vex ult
Flashes out.
lands.
Hold on. Is he gonna do the flat? Nope, nothing fancy from Vex there. Did all the damage he did with all his skills. Zyra is walking into death.
It does look like this will be a kill.
Picked up by the Vex auto attack. Wukong is here
Did
now
the
too. He's in 3 people though. I don't think he wants to be here. The Varus ultimate goes wide. But it's okay because Senna's here now, but Senna's trying to make sure that Vex gets out. Oh, also Yasuo teleported back. Hi, Yasuo.
Oh, so we still don't see first item for Senna. And as we also see, this isn't actually fasting Senna. This actually looks to be a traditional ADC Senna, which is less prominent, I should say, in a lot of games. Of course, everyone loves the fasting Senna, having your support take all the minions while you take all the souls because of your passive stacking. But it is a little interesting to see normal Senna, but we'll see if this is able to, I guess, be strong enough later game. But right now, with being 0-2 and almost 20 CS behind, it is looking a little dire for the Senna right now.
Yeah, it is. Also, did they drop 3 rewards in that bush? Yeah, there are 3 rewards in that bush. Okay, just have to double check. All right,
It looks to
so
be 2 zombie wards. It looks like 2 zombie wards plus a control ward. That's why there's 3 in there.
okay. Hey, listen, they just need as much vision as possible in that bush. Because they are doing the dragon. It looks like RAWR is just gonna hand this one over. They definitely knew they were trying to get onto it, but no one's come to stop them. Varus is coming up. They have it warded too.
Ooh, tried to go for the
Almost
steal.
lost it. Almost lost it. But
Would have been
again,
a Guma moment there.
yeah.
However, this is Hextech Soul, so it will be interesting to see how each team capitalizes on it, and if we actually will see any to cancel
The
ultimate
fight
used by
is
the
here
Gwen.
now. Ultimate's coming down, but Gwen does not want this smoke. He jumps up to the minion instead of Gwen, so doesn't get the damage down from that Q. So Gwen gets to stay alive. Wukong shows up to deter him from chasing anymore. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Vex was on the chase for Yasuo, and Yasuo again did not want that smoke.
I
Oh
definitely
man,
think that of course, for both teams, I think the win con
hold on,
for.
hold
Oh,
on.
actually,
Wukong's hunting for him. He's got the sweeper, but Jax jumps out.
he is 2 levels behind though, so that is something that you do have to try to take into account here as the Wukong. While looking at this, I do think White Lotus, they're very even, of course, being dead even on the gold. However, White Lotus, their win con really is this Jax and Vel'Koz, or not Vel'Koz, Vex being able to do damage. However, for the side of RAWR, they really need this. Whoa, great damage.
That was so much damage, and that was through a shield.
And that's my point right there with Varus definitely being the win con for the side of RAR. If Varus is able to actually capitalize on this massive lead he has over the Senna, this could definitely the bring RAR into a more favorable position and being able to open up this game.
Oh, the Varus also did
Ooh.
this. Vex just takes a step back and does not want that smoke. Also, I'm gonna stop saying that. Also, the Void, what's it called? Rift Herald, excuse me. Rift Herald was picked up for RAR. Did give it to Gwen, which I think is an interesting pick. So we'll see if they're able to capitalize with that because it looks like Wukong is here, but he's on a ward. They are trying to engage, but it looks like Jackson's just gonna walk out, flash out. He flashed out.
Flash out plus Senna ult used. So I definitely think that RAR is going to be a little happier for this, being that they only used ult for both an ult and a flash. So
Meanwhile, they didn't know it, but Xinjiao is still on top side. Mid lane, the bot lane has come mid, and they're walking into Xinjiao and Seraphine. They spot each other. No engages yet for either side,
we'll get the Scuttle
and
Crab.
yeah, they just want the crab and
See, I
toward the bushes.
hmm I definitely want to see if RAR is actually going to try to hard commit, especially with this vision, however it is being taken, because as you see, the mid turret actually is quite
Hold
low.
on a
Ult
second.
actually
Yasuo's
used.
up down here doing a bunch of damage to Vex. Finally, Vex flashes out. Yasuo definitely won that fight. Meanwhile, Zyra's forced to flash away from the Xinjiao. Does not want to get knocked up. The stun lands, the charm lands, the Xinjiao goes in. Wukong comes in with the knockup, the damage, kills Xinjiao. Seraphine's stun stops them in their tracks. That's only what, one kill so far? in the mid lane. Rift Herald was summoned, and then Gwen TP'd. No, not sorry. Gwen didn't TP. Gwen is right here. It's just summoned the Rift Herald and decided to fight Jax.
I definitely
Man,
think
this is a lot of action.
if Gwen took that first tower, no, she actually did. Looks
Hold
like.
on, he put the ultimate on him. He still wants to fight.
Oh, great ultimate! Oh, great
That
play by the
was
Yasuo there.
yeah. That was not what Vex wanted. The Daz put the ultimate down on him and tried to continue the fight, and I'm really not sure why. He did a lot of damage to him in a very short time, but hopefully he won't make that mistake again.
It does look like Jack should be able to just jump in and take this turret here. Surprised he doesn't want to jump in here. Of course, Gwen does have a fully stocked passive, but no ultimate. So, as well as Jack's having his ultimate up, I would have expected Jack to jump in there. But playing safe
I,
is not the worst, as they don't know where or Wukong is actually right now. So playing a little
yeah,
safe is a smart idea.
that's what I was gonna say. I think he was just respecting the Wukong but now he doesn't have to. He knows when backed. He knows Wukong was seen bottom side, and they are gonna take the Hextech Dragon. So that is the second dragon for RAWR. Oh, Gwen stops the back. Jax gets the stun down, but Gwen still had her ultimate up.
Yes, the
Jax is
ultimate both
gonna die
both.
here.
I think with that kill, RAR is actually just opening up the game as with with the Jax going down, especially giving the gold for the Gwen. The kill will go over actually for Lotus here. Doesn't get the stun for the Senna. Great sidestep by the Varus. But
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't want to interrupt you while we were talking. It was just Zyra getting killed by Xin Zhao. That's not really important. That's what happens here. It's Zyra, she's squishy, and Xin Zhao does a bunch of damage for no reason. So yeah. So but yeah, in case you wanted me to cast that, guys, Zyra died. All right. Don't at me. Anyway, so Varys popped the Yo moves to get stunned, which I think is hilarious. Meanwhile, they're about to walk into Wukong. Sweeper
feels
may
like
spot him
Sweeper
out.
is spotted. And he does get
Yep.
spotted.
Okay, the
Ult actually
ultimate goes down.
used.
Yasuo comes in. The Senna ultimate goes down. The Charm goes down, trying to save Xin Zhao, but he is gone.
Wukong is
That-
low though. He will probably have to back out though.
oh yeah, he's definitely gonna have to leave here. That was a group effort though, and this group effort is gonna get them his mid lane tower, I believe. I don't think Seraphine can hold this herself because
Ooh,
Senna's
nice one.
backing. The
Well, actually, ult
ultimate
actually just
lands.
hit here. Flash used by the Seraphine.
Yep. So Vera's ultimate down did hit, but Seraphine managed to flash out. There was no Zyra ultimate for them to combo off that like they have been doing this entire game. But Jax is behind them, and there's no flash on either of them. So goodbye, Varys. You enjoy that 30-second timeout you have.
I would say great flash from the Jax because RAR doesn't actually have vision in that topside river. The Jax was able to just walk straight through the river without, as the Varus and Zyro were both overextended. So it looks
Yep,
like White Lotus does not want to be out of this game already.
Yep, good job on them.
We still have 2 minutes on this next dragon. However, we do have Baron up, although especially without a really big team fight yet, I would assume that both teams wouldn't want
Yo,
to go for it.
Yasuo found out really quickly he didn't want any piece of Jax. I love that. Also, someone asked me for Senna stacks.
44.
44. So Senna's at 44, guys.
And I would have still now 45. I would have still loved to see fasting Senna here, especially just because how much stack Senna can get. And each one, of course, giving her not only the range but also the crit and create lifesteal, especially when you have enough stacks. So the full ADC Senna definitely is going to be weaker. So
So
Wukong is spotted though on this vision ward here.
he is, but I mean, I don't think they want anything from Wukong right now. He does a lot of damage. Also, he's 1-0-3. He's the only person in this game besides Seraphine who hasn't died, which is wild. So
I'm surprised here that the side of actually Jackson Gage.
hold on, Yasuo is getting jumped by Jax, but it's okay because Wukong's here. The Yasuo ultimate goes down kind of early. Xin Zhao is here now too. The ultimate from Jax went out to try and get himself that damage resist. Ferris and Zyra just destroy Senna. That was a violation of the highest order. Vex and Gwen were duking it out, and Gwen definitely won the engage. So, wow. Okay, so yeah, this pretty much gives them Dragon, I believe. I
Yes,
don't think.
definitely, because Jax, of course, you see is in top lane. Xin Zhao is walking away from the bot jungle, so it does look like they are just going to give, and Xin Zhao is just going to try and farm up right now.
Yep. So that's the second Hextech Dragon coming down. Is this going to be Hextech Soul?
This is Soul Point right now.
Yeah. So I'm talking about this is going to be a Hextech Dragon
Oh.
Soul too. Yeah, it is. It's going to be Hextech Soul. All right. Cool. So, Xin Zhao is in their jungle for some reason.
It's actually 5 levels behind the Gwen right now, too. So if Xin Zhao tried to jump in there, that would have been a very bad idea. Actually, it looks like they are chasing the Yasuo, but it doesn't look like they will commit to it, as they do see the Varus is still farming up in the mid lane here.
This is the stun does land. The Vex ult lands, but I don't think Vex wants that problem.
Ooh, actually, great
All right,
window
they're going
actually.
back. I mean, Wukong's here. He spun the block. He's in there. Yasuo comes in with him on the ultimate. He knocks up everybody. He's doing the damage. Then Zhao goes way too deep after his team backs out. He dies too. Jax finally comes in. He takes a lot of damage, but deals out more. He drops Yasuo finally. Seraphine's stun does not land. Gwen is here now, and Gwen's going to pop the ultimate and try and do some damage. Jax steps up to get deleted along with Seraphine. The sole survivor of White Lotus right now is Vex, and there's nothing Vex can do to stop Gwen.
I would say that definitely looked like that fight was going to the side of White Lotus, especially with all 3 members so
Never
low.
mind. Vex turns it around, gets the shutdown on Gwen.
But Gwen was a little greedy there for the tower. It does take tower, but for her own life. But if we saw there, Yasuo was the one that just jumped into the back line, keeping the other 3 members of White Lotus away from the other
From the other members.
Wukong, the Varus, and the Zyra. So I think there, even though Yasuo did die for it, he was able to keep the team fight alive and in the end win it out for the side of RAWR.
Oh yeah, that was great. I was not expecting them to actually try and restart that fight, but I mean they were in a great position to. That was actually they started that fight 4v5, and were still able to pretty much run them down the lane. So good job good job on the side of RAW from that one. And White Lotus is slowly but surely being backed into a corner.
And we already see almost a 3k gold lead here for the side of RAR. It doesn't look like Jax will get the turret down here. I actually want to see will Gwen or Jax get the first turret in bot lane because both turrets are, of course, very low.
I absolutely love how Jax has to show so much respect to this Gwen now. Let's see if though he was respectful enough. The ultimate is already coming out.
Actually, Baron's not here. Vision, though.
Okay, so they saw Xin Zhao and Seraphine heading towards the bot lane and decided to start Baron. Smart call. It is fading fast. Vex is here though. Can Vex do anything? Vex steals it. Vex steals it. and they go in and they
Oh,
pick up Varus. Jax
that
dies,
was
but
such a bad smite for the side for the Wukong there, as I'm pretty sure he smited at 15k or 1500 health there. That
I,
will definitely be a mental boom for RAR, but they still have that does even up the gold, and with everyone backing, it looks like White Lotus is just going to try to siege the base here, take one, if not actually two turrets, because they do still have a little minion wave if they want to try to continue and push.
yeah, but they have the minion wave, but I don't think they actually have the power to do anything with that. Gwen is still alive, and Gwen is a major threat here. They dropped Varus, which was a good thing, and I'm thinking maybe now they want to see if they can try to push this out. Maybe start pushing bot lane and mid lane, and see if they can pick up another dragon, keep them off of soul point just a little bit longer.
I definitely think what both teams should be doing right now is focusing the dragon. Jax did just TP bot lane, so it does look like he is like that White Lotus is trying to set up for dragon. However, Jax is just hard committing onto the Gwen. It does look like the Gwen will die actually from the Senna and Xin Zhao coming in if they do try to hard
Well,
commit, but it doesn't look
Wukong
like
is
it.
here. That did so much damage. Oh, he has no armor. The only armor he has on is his boots. Okay, never mind. That's expected. Oh yeah, Varus is a menace right now. Yasuo is in the base trying to get the inhibitor tower, which he gets, and now he is on the inhibitor.
I mean, I think this is a great play by Yasuo. He might die for this. However, if he's able to
Varus
do
goes,
right,
not Varus, Zinjao goes in, gets Varus, Senna gets Varus. Now they are focusing on the Wukong. He W's out base, okay, because Zyra's still here. Never mind, Zyra flashes over the wall, does not want any of that. So, um, like you were saying, great idea from Yasuo, but it is costing his team a little bit. Varus is dead. They are still trying to take this dragon. Zyra and Wukong are waiting for their moments. There are no wards over that for red side. Doesn't matter. He kills that dragon. That's soul. That is Hextech soul going over to RAR. They stole that because they had no vision on the other side of that wall. They didn't even know they were there.
this is feeling way too much like a T1 KT game. As if anyone has seen like game 5 against those two teams, we had three Barons and two Dragons stolen in one game. It was the most insane thing. And already here we have not only a Baron steal, but also a Drag steal for Soul Point. So I wonder if this game will go long enough where actually we'll see an Elder Dragon getting picked up by one of these teams.
Whew. Listen, this is too exciting for a first game, man. This is some third game nonsense, okay? Like, this is too exciting.
Gwen
I don't know
is
who
out
got
of
that
position here
bump.
though. Just that's over the wall.
Yeah, they just pieced out. That's pieced out. They saw that there were three people they just left. All right, so I want to talk about itemization, but everything here is pretty much straightforward. The new items are, of course, all over our screens. And if you know the names of the new items, go ahead. You have the
I
floor.
know Storm Surge, of course. Storm Surge being very powerful. It had to be hot fixed, of course, in the 14.1 mid patch because Storm Surge was very broken. However, it is still very powerful, especially on someone like the Vex. Does look like Vex is gonna go for the Void Staff, just for the armor penetration that's gonna be able to do on, of course, onto RAR, just being able to, of course, do more damage, which means that Vex won't become obsolete later in the game.
Hold on, Vex is out of position here. He's surrounded, and Vex drops Wukong before getting dropped himself.
And you saw there,
That,
Storm Surge was actually the one that activated for the kill onto the Wukong there.
that is true, but you also know it's true that Wukong is definitely mad. I would
Oh,
be mad at that
100%.
too. Yeah, okay. I mean, all right, so Yasuo's in the bottom. I think he's getting that tower there. Is that tower destroyed? Camera,
Finally,
shoot over there for
yes,
me.
he is currently hitting the turret.
Yeah. So yeah, he's on that tower. He has been spotted out. He knows he's been spotted out. And now Jax is here along with Xin Zhao. Doesn't
Oh, actually, almost takes it back, but it looks like he does just in the end trade off a kill for a turret here.
maybe 2 towers because Gwen is demolishing that. Yeah, Gwen has a Nashor's and a Wit's End. Um, Gwen is dangerous right now. And I don't think there's really an answer for Gwen aside from throw all our damage at her.
That's the thing. Well, that's one of the. Oh, actually, Jax is actually pushing bot lane here. But again, looking at this, I think that that RAWR actually is just a better late game comp because Senna won't be able to get late game as easy, of course, being the ADC Senna, but having the Varus, having the Gwen, having the Wukong is just so powerful, especially and at the same time, again, having the Yasuo as well. Not the O10 power spike that we'd all love to see, but still going to be very powerful later.
It's okay. He was 0-1 for a long time, and that just warms my heart. So it's okay. But yeah, like you're saying, this is
Oh,
not good for. I don't know why Jax was there, but now that Gwen knows he's there, let's see if he gets away. Has to
actually,
ward jump out.
that was actually Hextech Soul that actually stopped Jax's back, used by the passive of the Hextech Soul with the lightning going through all the minions. It actually hit Jax there. So that was
Oh, that
actually
did?
kind of interesting. So that was unfortunate for Jax being too close to the minion wave to actually get hit by the passive.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you were here to explain that because from my vision, it looked like he just stopped because he wanted that smoke, and then found out that he didn't. Let's see. So, by the way, Varys, Gwen has chosen Vex. Poor Gwen. I mean, poor Vex. Gwen got that kill.
I'm
Easily.
surprised. I'd love to actually see. Actually, if Yasuo gets doesn't hit that though. Flash used by the Yasuo here. I'm surprised that we don't see a Gwen TP into base unless, especially if they're going try to go for a Baron here. Does it get the kill? Looks like onto the actually.
Senna's getting focused down. Wukong and Yasuo and Varys were looking for that. Varys gets picked up by Jax. Now that Varys has dropped, RAWR does not want this anymore. Gwen is in the bot lane doing what Gwen does here. And now Xin Zhao has gotten stunned. Jax cannot fight this Gwen. I'm not sure why he chose to do so. So that's going to be the inhibitor down. Xin Zhao goes in, gets too much damage, and then Wukong picks him up. Seraphine's dead here. And Senna is probably going to get away. Yeah, see?
Actually, here.
Third inhibitor going down. Can Senna pick up this Gwen before she gets the inhibitor?
Yes.
With a little help from Vex, yeah.
Very close. Does look like minions already on to the Nexus turrets. I do want to say if you ever go and look back at it, that was so much shielding going actually onto the Senna there, just so that she didn't die during that fight with the ultimate from Senna, with the shielding from Seraphine, almost got her back up to full health just in shields.
I know, I did see that. And I think that's before the redemption. Also, this is Elder Drake. Vex has done this in the
Vex is okay. That was still a lot of damage just from the passive of Storm Surge there, but it does look like Vex will die. It does not have ult either. And with Jax already using TP to top lane, they'll just get Elder for free here with no contest.
I mean, to be fair, even if Jax hadn't TP, what was Jax going to do in that situation of 5 people and 1 dragon? Listen, let's not pretend that was theirs. So yeah, now I really
looks
thought
like they'll just go push for the end here.
Yeah, I mean, what else can they do? They have 1 inhibitor about to fall, 1 inhibitor down. I mean, if they wanted to, they could take a break from this and go get Baron, but they are at a really strong point right now.
We also see mid lane with Gwen pushing in, trying to have 2 minion waves in the base, so they can have an easier time sieging. Does look like they'll take the second inhibitor here, but also looks like they will be backing for Baron.
Yeah, this is the Baron call. Now here's the real question: Is White Lotus going to step out their base and follow them?
I don't think they can. I mean, Vex does have TP, but I don't think that Vex is going to be able to 1v5 them here, especially with the Elder buff on to RAWR. So it does look like they will get the Baron. This is almost a steal, and actually almost Zyra going down here just from the Senna ultimate.
Okay. Okay, so you saw it too. I was like, okay, they almost got a lot there. That's
Yes, that was the Senna ultimate there. That
yeah.
almost took her out because she stepped right in the center as well. That was the big point.
Okay, so now White Lotus is coming out here to farm up the jungle, deny at least something from RAR. And RAR is getting ready for what is definitely going to be the final push here. I don't see a situation where this isn't the end unless they just fumble the bag.
I mean, if you watched yesterday, we definitely saw some of those, but it does look like these games are following yesterday's games, as having those very long 40+ minute games is very entertaining, of course, for all of you viewers at home. But it does stack up in the end, especially wearing down on the players, because this is a block of 3 instead of a best of 3. They will have to play all 3 games. So if one team does go 2-0 already in the beginning, it will very mental boom the enemy team here that loses again 2-0.
It's true. Okay, so the Gordon ultimate goes down. Jax jumps in, and that was a mistake. Wukong goes in. That's the ultimate from him. The Yasuo follows up with him, and now they are just they've already taken down 3. Can they get all of them? Yasuo just sliding in between. Now it's Senna. Senna is trying to do something here, but Senna gets picked up by the Varus Q.
And
Seraphine
that
is
will
all
be
by her
game.
own. And yeah, it's done. Seraphine can do. That's game. Game one,
GG's.
no roar. GG's. Oh man, good game from Raw.
Yes, especially in a very close lead. Only about 5 minutes before, whenever the Elder Dragon was taken, what was a substantial gold lead actually kind of produced, I should say. And in the end, there was a 7K
Yeah,
gold
that was
lead, but it wasn't as much as you'd expect from such a late, or I should say, from such a long game.
listen. That was crazy. There was so much. The momentum was so back and forth, and I honestly didn't know who was gonna win. Somewhere in the middle, but then Raw picked it up, and they excuse me, and they just kind of they picked it up and they took it home. That's theirs now.
Definitely, especially with the Varus, I think while it looked like it didn't do much, the damage that it was just able to do just from the poke, just with Varus there with the ult, definitely pushed off White Lotus from a lot of fights that they might have taken, just because they didn't want Vex to be in the front line ulting in, and they had to rely on the Jax. That's one of the biggest problems I think that I think both teams throughout the game had, was because they had no good front line. It was a little harder to engage. They didn't, especially with like a Wukong, good engage, but there's no actual front line. Same thing with White Lotus. They had the Jax, but there wasn't much else after that. No good tank to actually peel for the others. So we will see in game 2 if these comps actually change around, because I would like to see both teams bring out some sort of tank. I want to see if the junglers or the top laners are able to kind of have a wider champ pool, I should say, or have more. White Lotus is just in blue. Okay. So it does look like we will have a swap around here. It is interesting, as if we saw yesterday, the losing team always actually picked red side, surprisingly. With blue side, I definitely think with the map changes, blue side is just super powerful, being that I'm muted. Oh, oh. What I want to say is blue side is very powerful, being that the mid laner can actually walk straight through the jungle of red side to gank without having much trouble. While of course the red side does have a little harder time ganking bot lane just because of the dragon pit that's in the way. So I definitely like these teams that do prioritize the first pick, of course, on the blue side, and is going to play around mid ganking bot lane,
Um,
getting the bot lane ahead.
excuse me, sorry, I don't know how I muted myself. I'm just gonna blame technology. All right. So yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to fix it, so I didn't hear what you said. But I'm gonna say you were right, just off principle.
Thank you.
All right. So, are we talking about the fact that Gwen is definitely gonna get banned out?
Oh, if we want to say what definitely is going to be banned out, I do think the Gwen is going to be a big thing that they'll have to kind of worry about. I do think in the beginning though, Jax was definitely destroying Gwen early. So I do want to see if they do allow the Gwen to get back and just see can they keep Gwen kind of weak by just winning out early game.
Who knows? They might bring out the range top laners. That'd be
Ooh,
that'd be
range top
terrible.
laners.
It'd be terrible. It'd be bad. Don't get me wrong. It'd be bad, but they could do it. I mean, we don't have rules against it, though. We
No, we
should.
don't.
We should. You know what? I'll talk to God about that later. We'll see about getting range top laners banned out. You know,
Maybe
good old Scarlet. She loved that. Anyway,
seeing the Vayne ban, seeing the Quinn, the Teemo.
technically the Gnar. Technically the
I think
Gnar.
Nar is a fine champion. I think that if one of these players can bring it out, I think it's gonna be very good. Just because again, Nar, of course, having the rage bar, right, being able to do very powerful ult combos and stuff like that. It'd be interesting to see if we see any of that.
See, you're way into the mechanics, man. Part of his kit is that he's ranged, and he just needs to go. Then,
Okay,
yeah,
we actually have the start of draft. Of course, on the side of White Lotus, we already start with a Yone ban. I don't remember if Yone was actually banned last game. I don't think it was. So it is interesting to see this Yone ban. I'm guessing they have something that does directly counter. Now if we wait for
yeah.
RAWR here to see if they actually want to ban out the Jax or if they still prioritize
Nope,
the, the,
Zyra.
the Zyra. And an instant ban from White Lotus on the Anivia is surprising.
Same bands from last time too. Yone and Anivia were White Lotus's first two bands.
They were okay.
Yeah, so these are the same bands from last time. Nothing's changed on their side so far, which is interesting.
I'm also surprised RAR actually was the ones to ban the Zyra, especially after how well Lunar actually piloted it. Of course, the Renekton being banned here, of course, very powerful. The Lucian as well. Very quick Lucian bans too. They already know what they want to ban. Surprised
To,
they
to,
aren't banning the Gwen, but again, I think what they're trying to do is make a statement of you can pick the Gwen again, we're just going to destroy it so that you can't affect it later.
that's an interesting choice because they keep banning out the Renekton for Xeno, so that's an interesting choice. Not Xeno, Zero.
Echo,
Z.
of course, being banned by Raw and Vera's first pick here.
They said, well, we saw you guys use that effectively. We're just gonna take that one off the board.
We'd love to
Also,
see. Oh,
also that mid lane Echo is still a target ban against the Daz. That is his most played champion. They are really picking on him right now. Um, because
oh, Akshan. Don't
okay,
usually.
so we were talking about it. We were talking about how Disgrace does play Akshan. We talked about this when we were just talking about champion, but we were talking about that. That could be Disgrace's Akshan. Now that could be the Daz's. Wait, I'm sorry, wrong. Sorry, I'm talking about
That'd
Magic
be
Claps.
Parmesan, yeah. Because
Sorry.
that's either Parmesan or Magic Claps there. But of course, the Nami being out, I would love to actually see the Udyr here, of course. A good
Also,
flex pick.
okay, so the Echoes. Okay, now remember right. Yeah, RAWR in the first ban phase, I think it was of last game. I think banned out Udyr first. This time they banned out Zyra, so they let White Lotus take up the Udyr this time. So they're not scared to let them have that. Also, since they didn't ban out Nami, since RAWR didn't ban out Nami this time, Lunar Paul was able to pick that up for himself. And now they're picking up Zac before the second draft phase.
I am
Pretty
interested
sure
to see where this Udyr goes because, of course, Udyr is good flex from the jungle and the top lane. Of course, we've also seen AP Udyr and tank Udyr, so it'll be interesting to see, do they want to take that jungle? Do you want to take that mid, or not mid, but top lane, and kind of see what RAR is going to do with that lack of information right now, actually.
Yep. And also, we didn't skip over the Blitzcrank, guys. It's Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is really strong right now. Do we need to talk about it?
It's Blitzcrank.
Yeah, like. Also, unsurprisingly, there's the Gwen ban. So since it looks like we're now just picking our top laner and our mid laner, possibly mid laner. Um, it looks like they're just gonna. It's like they just are banning out those two, the Azir, the Lilia, the Yasuo, and the Gwen. Okay, so White Lotus didn't like two of that, and also the Zac does set too well up for the Yasuo. So that's not a surprise that they pull out the Yasuo away from RAR.
Let's also bring
But
out that they are predicting that this is an Udyr top lane with a with Lilia being for the jungle band. And Brand here actually is very interesting because this could be a Zac top Brand jungle if they do want to bring it out. But of course, I think I will guess that is going to be Zac jungle Brand mid. But of course, that there is still that flex that they can do on the side of RAR to really shake it up. That does assume that Akshan is actually that makes it interesting if Akshan is going to be ADC here. But with Poppy, of course, here being that they have the Zac, being that they have the Akshan to stop the movement, and Corki actually. Great mid pick here, especially in the current patch with the item buffs. So it is great to see White Lotus picking up the Corki. Very powerful. And we'll see a York. Whoa. Okay. RAR is definitely going for a very interesting team comp. I am fairly sure that is a Akshan Nami bot lane. However, afterwards, my guess is that is a York top Zac jungle Brand mid. However, again, Brand can be used mid lane or used jungle, so that could be a Zac mid Brand jungle for all we know.
Well, we're gonna find out. Um, hopefully soon. Let's okay. I don't know where to start with this one. I'll be honest with you. Um, so that's Corky mid lane. That has to be Corky mid lane. Unless Varys is going mid lane, which would be hilarious, but I doubt it. So that's Corky mid. Is that a Poppy jungle or a Poppy top? I've seen both.
I am gonna question the side of White Lotus a little bit, as depending on what each build, if that is gonna be again Tank, Udyr, Blitz, and Poppy, that means that the only damage dealers they have is Corki and Varus. I'd love to see again if that Blitzcrank actually goes maybe for AP Blitzcrank or the Udyr goes for the AP option, just so that they don't have triple tank. And with RAR, of course, it most likely will be of course Tank Zac and York can be both tank but also AP. So it'll be interesting to see how each of these champions are going to be built because of course there is just so much flexibility between these two teams.
Oh yeah. Really, I really hope that's a brand Nami bot just for funsies. Oh,
I was
listen. How
thinking
does it?
of Fireboy and Water Girl.
Yeah, pretty much. I just like keeping it. I just like keeping it fun, and that's what I want. But I know that's not going to happen.
Brand mid. Okay, so it is brand mid. It means Aksha Nami bot lane then.
Oh yeah, I know it's Brad mid. I can see it, but can I dream?
I want
Can
to
I
see a
want
brand
nice things?
jungle. Okay, I want to see them bring out the brand jungle. That becomes cool. But it looks like it is Udyr top lane and Poppy jungle here as well. So
Yep,
it
it
is going to be
is.
interesting. The Akshan Nami bot lane. I have not seen Akshan be played almost at all in bot lane. So it is going to be interesting to see how that goes.
That is
Let's-
true. He's usually by himself in the mid lane, just acting as an assassin. Um, Now he's the main DPS for his team. This is gonna be cool.
Definitely.
And also, I kind of want to see this lane because this Blitzcrank. This is Blitzcrank Varus into Akshan Nami. Like, this is either gonna be a really fun lane for, or just really sad to watch. Like,
Definitely.
yeah. So, but we're just out here talking and we're just making predictions. Which you can do too, I think, still. So go ahead and bet those channel points. See how you do. If you lose, well, that's how gambling works. Anyway, we'll go ahead and see what happens though. When we come back, because we are gonna take a small break and get in the game too.
Yep.
So we'll be right back, guys. See ya.
Here's to start a game 2.
I'm feeling if things will lose hope. Baby, you're here still going. I am even stronger now. Evil is lurking around you. And maybe I'm mistaken. You know I'm feeling alright. Like something on my face, something in my veins. Still hurts. And do what it takes, do what it takes to move on. done, the last will become existing forever within our souls. Some do even know, and life will go on, and then will become just nothing at all. Just nothing, just nothing, just nothing, just nothing at all, nothing at all, nothing at all, nothing at all. And then will become just nothing at all.
All right, welcome back, guys. We're here for game 2. Like we said, we're no liars over here.
Actually, we see an invade slash gank slash level 1 fight. I guess it might happen. Is depending on how Yorick does.
Come on. Blind
Oh,
Q,
maybe
blind Q.
blind Q,
Come on.
fucking Q.
No, he's not gonna do it blind, but he's gotta do it now. Ah, you.
Oh, he missed it.
I mean, you, unfortunate person. That sucked, but I still enjoyed it. All right, so
That was
level
actually
1.
Ghost use though.
Yeah, Ghost goes down for Yorick, which is a good thing because Yorick is an unrelenting god that we should all beg for mercy. So it's a good thing he doesn't have this. Yorick scares me. Anyway, moving on. So we're back. So now everybody's gonna go to the jungle. It looks like Poppy's gonna start blue, no leash, because I guess that's how Poppy rolls.
Same thing for Zach though. If you see, Zach is also just starting his
Hold on,
red.
bot lane's
Oh,
trying
actually,
something funny. The
doesn't look
Blitzcrank
like
stops to go
Blitzcrank will do
around.
that.
Oh man, they tried to cheese them, and it's just Phoenix Udyr. All right, cool.
As we just see Yorick just kind of push him out with his Q. I'd love to see how this Akshan is actually going to do bot lane, especially against just the range that Varus has.
Well, we get to fortunately see that because we're gonna be here for all of this game, all of it. Level 2 is hit, but unfortunately,
Ooh, misses Q.
level 2 now for Nami and Akshan. No bubble goes down, but they don't need it yet. Just putting the damage down, and then the little beat emote to let them know that they thought that was hilarious.
It's a great kind of push by the Akshan there being able to get low, because that is the pot used for the Varus, and one pot actually used for the side of, actually both pots actually used for Blitzcrank now. So this low, of course, top lane is already being very, very one-sided. Yorick already 9 CS down, just on the second wave.
The hook lands, but it's outside of tower range. The Nami gets the W off, gets the heal on Akshan, the damage on the Varus, and honestly, White Lotus came out behind on that one. But
actually, look
okay.
at Poppy here. Poppy's actually rotating down right now.
Yeah, Poppy's going around. There are no wards. Blitzcrank has him in the sights. The flash goes down. Is Poppy gonna slam anyone? The Akshan E gets him in the right position. Zach's here now. He uses E to come in. No first blood yet. First blood though onto Poppy from the Nami. Blitzcrank also does pick up Akshan with the, I believe it was Ignite. The fight is moving over into the top lane now. The Phoenix not doing as much damage as it did as level 1, unsurprisingly. Zach's still here. He's coming in for long engage. The hook misses.
Hook misses, and I think this will be a kill on it.
Yep, and Akshan picks up Blitzcrank.
Actually, if you see here, there's actually 3 teleports on the side of White Lotus here, because Akshan did take teleport. And we also just saw a ghost being used by Udyr trying to engage.
Wait, White Lotus? Oh no, that's RAWR. RAWR is red side, aren't they?
Huh? Udyr is White Lotus.
Yeah, you said White Lotus only has 2 teleports. You meant RAWR.
No, White Lotus has 2 teleports. RAWR has 3 teleports.
Yeah, you said 3 teleports. You said 3 teleports, and you said White Lotus.
Oh, okay. Whoopsie
Yeah,
there.
no,
I was
that's
like,
why I was confused because I was like I was looking over like, wait, which one are we talking about again? Anyway, that's on me. I was just making sure. Okay. Also, in the mid lane, we didn't say this. Corky picked up a coal. Corky is cold chilling. Okay, he he's not trying to fight. He's just trying to farm,
kind
which
of. I mean,
is
against Brand, it's going to be a little hard. Just the amount of poke that Brand can do if he plays it right.
yeah. And Corky doesn't get his best poke till level 6, so this makes sense to me that he doesn't really want anything to do with Brand. Yeah, see, he's just farmed it up, and unfortunately, his mana costs are way higher than Brand's. So, um,
EP back
Udyr
to
goes,
top line with Udyr.
yeah, Udyr goes back. He picks up the Bammy Cinder and he TP's back. So this is not straight AP Udyr, which is expected, but it's still kind of sad that we didn't see it. Blitzcrank moving aggressively. Bob's Akshan, I guess, just want to say hi. The bubble misses, but we're in the mid lane now. Who cares? Now we're back to the bot lane. Now we're in the mid lane again, and now we're top lane. So I'm guessing nothing's happening in bot lane.
I'm
Yeah, that all have Zach's here though. He Qs, but there's nothing for him to follow that up
Alex
with.
looks
He
like he
does
will get the kill actually if he
hold
does
on. Can he
flash
with the
in for the
flash?
kill.
Yeah, he gets the kill. Corky sidestepped that one too easy.
He actually got hit by that one.
He starts at the W. He got hit with the E. He got hit with the spread, but he dodged
He
W.
he did get hit by the W because the E had the wider range, and you need
Oh,
the
no,
passive to be on it.
no, can't the E spread to you even if you get hit? If he W's minions and E's the minions, can it spread to you from the minion?
If he eat the minion, it looked like he eat a Corky though.
I don't know. We have to run it back to C. Also, they just picked up all the void grubs on the red side, so they have 4 stacks, and they need
I
2
mean,
more.
it's 7 minutes and it's already a 1K gold lead. I think that's pretty great for the side of RAW. They're definitely feeling a little confident right now.
I think that. Hold on a second, guys. One thing, real quick. Let me know when.
Now we're
Okay.
4 seconds behind. You gotta go a little forward now.
Yeah, 4 seconds behind. Okay.
There's like this will be a kill for onto the auction here. Does get the kill back though on the Varus, but
Yep. Give us a second there. What are we at right now?
go a couple seconds ahead.
Okay.
Oh, we're 3 seconds behind.
Are we
But no,
there?
you're in half speed.
God.
Gotta go faster. We're behind right now. Nothing much happening right now, at least. So
Okay.
we're there.
Yeah,
We're there
we're
now.
back. Sorry, guys. We were behind a little bit. Had to catch up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we were trying to play catch up. Nothing happened.
What'd you turn off objective timers?
What I do?
You
Oh,
just turned off
sorry.
objective timers.
My bad. I meant to do
I think
this.
yeah, I needed to look at that. Look again here. We just saw Dragon first take Dragon for the side of RAR here.
Yep.
Now
Wow.
a lot of damage onto this Udyr, but also onto the Yorick here as well.
Yeah, I didn't know who I was saying. Wow, for the Udyr or the Yorick, because they both did some damage, but they both took way too much, in my opinion. Oh, let's see. Is someone going to die in this cage? It looks like it was going to be Udyr, but he ghosted out.
Same as Yorick. Yorick actually ghosted there as well. Bot lane, of course, we actually do see the Zac in the area flash away from the Varus to get out of that.
The
Ult
Nami wave
used, the
goes
Nami
down.
flash used.
The Varus ultimate was used just to, I guess, stop Zac for a second. Now we're back in the mid lane, and like we said, Corki doesn't want any problems with Brand. He has picked the tier of the goddess, so he is just, stacking, just farming and stacking. Akshan's here still, even though everybody else backs.
Akshan still has TP if he does want to just TP back in the lane, but I think he's just going to try to wait and not let this wave crash into his own turret here.
Yeah, probably the best thing for him to do. There is no Varus ultimate to pressure him. I mean, there's Blitzcrank, but so far every pool hasn't really amounted to anything, So I don't think he has to worry about that. Meanwhile, top lane, they're both at full HP, which is a rarity in this lane.
I will also say it does look like White Lotus is just going for the triple tank this round with, of course, double Bomby Cinder for top jungle and, of course, bot lane, the ADC or the Blitzcrank having again some simple armor and magic resist items. So looks like that will be triple tank, which definitely puts a lot of strain onto the Corki and the Varus, but also means that there's not much AP damage actually.
No, there really is. I mean, Corki's mixed damage. Like, he's one of the few hybrid damage champions left.
But with, as you can see, he's building mana immune though, which makes it that they have no good AP damage early game at least. Does look like they'll get the other Void Grub, so they won't. So RAWR won't be able to stack the Void Grub passive. Doesn't look like they'll fight it either, so looks like they'll get out of this pretty scot-free.
Yep, that was. So now they both just gonna have it. No one's gonna spawn those Voidlands.
Package used.
Corki package. Wow, that was a lot of maneuvering. Poppy goes in to try to finish the kill and does actually get that finish for them. So good job on the side. Good job on the side of White Lotus there.
Definitely.
The chase is on or the fight is on. I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't know if Udyr wants to fight or not, but they both kind of backed off after doing some damage to each other. Now Poppy is in the bot lane, but they got spotted out by that ward, so RAWR is not gonna just let her walk into them. Meanwhile, Zac is also bot side. Looks like he's just picking up Scuttle. Dragon
we have Dragon 1 minute.
50. Yeah. So 50 seconds on Dragon now. And it looks like RAWR is wanting to get that vision there early before it spawns. Let them know how many are gonna be coming in. Let's see. And the farming continues until Dragon shows up. All right, more fighting in the top lane. Yorick walks into Udyr. Udyr's walking out. The gate doesn't hit anybody. And yeah, and now it's just Q farming again.
Well, of course, the gold between the teams are very dead even here. There's not too much of a lead on each lane. I would say that the jungle is definitely ahead a little on the side of White Lotus. Do you know how to do the gold?
Yeah. What is this?
Oh.
1 second.
Actually, I got you flash over by the Nami to get out of that.
Oh, hold
Almost
on.
dies
The
here.
wave went down. And the wave hit nobody. And they're going to be starting Dragon. We'll check gold in a second. Okay. Zac goes in. He does start bouncing. But no one's going to follow him up because Udyr is in the back line. Nami's taking too much damage. Brand takes too much damage, and now he hits the stun onto the Akshan. Akshan is out of there. Gonna try to snipe the Blitzcrank to at least get something out of this, and nothing. Yorick stay top lane.
And a 3 for O trade right there.
Oh
I
yeah,
definitely think
that was not what they wanted there. Uh,
the
Oh, but York did pick up the tower in exchange for that dragon. He was able to pick up a tower. That was the first tower on the map, I believe.
I don't think it's worth it though. If you look at it, that was still a 3-for-0 trade. I think the
I
York got a little greedy there and didn't
oh
TP, but I
definitely.
think the TP from Udyr was very smart, actually turning it into a 4v5 to actually win the fight there.
I mean, yeah, he pretty much walked into their back line, and there was nothing they could do. They couldn't follow up with what Zach was trying to do. Meanwhile, they are going to take this Rift Herald. Zach's here now with Smite, so Poppy just can't walk in and take this, which it looked like she was going to do until he showed up. All right, now Akshan and Nami, are they going to take over this mid lane? Because it looks like Brand is heading bot lane.
Looks like just
Yep.
a simple trade. I will assume that Corki is just going to back and then just walk bot lane. Actually, it looks like Varus actually is rotating top, but it looks like he's just hovering in this tri-bush, seeing if he can poke someone or pick someone out if they do walk through there. But you see a lot of wards placed all across the river here.
Yep. The vision game is great. It seems like you know, best vision score is of course on Nami. Um, so a lot of vision for both sides though. Udyr's out of here. Brand is in the top lane. York's in the bot lane, and Nami and Akshan are in the middle. Are they going to leave Udyr to deal with the Brand?
I see
And
Rift Herald someone up here.
no, down there, he's something in the bottom lane.
I am
So,
confused as to why, and also, oh, he
well, he's about to
failed the
get jumped
Rift
by three
Herald.
people.
He failed the Rift Herald charge. That's very unfortunate for the
Oh,
war. He tried to jump in and most likely ran into the wall. That's why it was
oh,
already at half health.
Bubble went wide, but still pressured him off the tower so he can get this damage on there. Also, I don't think he was telling us about the Rip Tail charge when it happened, but you all watched it happen. York got jumped by three people and got melted. Zach is here to defend his tower, but
Ooh,
misses the
misses though.
Qs.
Getting just burned alive just by the Corki ultimates. Just regular rockets, not even the empowered ones. Oh, Hex Flash over the
X
wall by
Flash.
the.
Akshan got extremely low and then got punched in the back of the head. You hate to see it if you're on his team, but you love to see it if you're here in this stream. Bars. Anyway, yeah, this tower should be theirs. They're gonna push that down. I'm not
Looks
sure if
like
they'll ever get in this wave because Zach is here.
Looks like Corki will TP bot lane to stop this York from taking this turret here. Of course, the thing is, York is still a very powerful split pusher. Would like to see if he is just going to kind of continue split pushing and who is actually going to be the one to stop him. Of course, he is a level down compared to the
Corky.
Corki. So I think Corki in this game will be definitely very powerful later in the game when he actually gets more items. It looks like he is just going straight up 80 Udyr. So, or 80 Corki. So there's just no AP damage on the side of White
And
Lotus. So
that is apparently what they have chosen to do here. Okay, so I mean, all right, that's what they've chosen. I thought we were gonna see maybe a little bit more AP in this build from him, but no, he went for the full eclipse. I don't think there's anybody who can blow him up like that. So I'm kind of um confused, but all right. He wants to stay safe.
of course, Rourke is of course just straight up split pushing here. Corki's just having a match it. Corki, of course, Having a pretty good CS here as well, having 183 already at 19 minutes. Does look like they are both positioning for this drag, but at the same time, Baron does spawn in 30 seconds. So this could be a trade of the mid lane and a trade for Baron and Dragon. But it looks like Varus is just trying to try to take this mid turret here, while RAWR is just trying to position for this Dragon here.
Well, if it is away from, if they are trying to exchange Baron, it's going pretty bad because Poppy just kind of ran in and charged onto Yorick. And Udyr is split pushing and doesn't know that Akshan is here.
Ooh,
So the fight is getting started down here, though. Corky went in and he destroyed Yorick. Zac is in pieces, and Nami's out. So the only people alive who can contest this is Akshan, and yeah, I don't believe he's going to. So as soon as they saw Akshan up top, they pulled the trigger and went in for the fight, and yeah, they won this, and it got them their second dragon of the game.
yeah. I'm
What?
going to say I'm surprised we aren't seeing something like, I guess I say, I actually want to see something like the Jack shows come out. I want to see how early the Akshan actually gets GA, just because it's so much AD damage on the side of White Lotus. Seeing stuff, maybe even Dead Man's Plate coming out for like the Zac or Death Dance, if you want more damage from maybe York or something like that. But having that armor just to counter, because it does look like Corki does have the Lost Chapter for some AP damage, but it's just so much, especially with that being on hit Varus. Just building armor is going to be very helpful to try and come back from this over 3K gold to get deficit from RAWR.
Oh, and can we talk about that since you pointed out how this is not the same Varus from last game? This is on hit Varus. So this is auto attack Varus, guys. This one is trying to auto attack. Like the last one was just trying to hit you with the Qs and all that. So pretty different. I would have been more of a fan of the Q one, to be honest with you.
Actually, because of this, it's also good to see if excuse me, the Zac might build something like Frozen Heart, because of course the slow attack speed will kind of nerf Varus a little. Get him
Possibly. I
think
mean,
that will
right
be
now,
beneficial,
again,
but
he only has, well, Zac himself doesn't even have armor. He only has the heart steel and the health for because he's Zac. He only has the heart steel and the Bammy Cinder. So we have to wait and see on that. I mean,
it looks like he's getting Sunfire actually for his second item here.
which is dope. Nothing wrong with that.
Wait,
Meanwhile, up top, I thought Udyr was dealing the deeps, but no, York is dealing the damage there.
I actually, he might be going for Hollow Radiance, because he is built, because he has that second Ruby Crystal in his inventory. He's probably going for Hollow Radiance, building magic resist as compared to building straight up armor.
Who are we talking about here?
I'm talking about the Zac, because he of course has the Bomby Cinder, but he also has one more Ruby Crystal, and that's the build for Hollow Radiance. The Sunfire doesn't have a second Ruby Crystal.
Already, that's the one where you gain health when you ultimate, right?
Taking or dealing damage causes you to begin dealing 0% magic damage per second. It does magic damage per second around you.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, is that the new? Is that a new item?
That's a new item.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I didn't know what we were talking about. All right. Cool. Um.
Sorry.
So yeah, he may be building that. Because Corky is building AP now. He's got the last chapter. So
Yeah, I'd
he
actually love to see Jack shows come out, actually, because that gives both armor and magic resist.
I mean, he has the spirit cowl now.
He So he definitely is going for the new item Hollow Radiance, which gives 600 health, 40 magic resist, and 100% base health regen. So of course, Zach loving that.
Oh, okay. Also, I know it's called Spectre's Cows, guys. I just call it Spirit Cow. I don't know. Look at it. Anyway,
Looks like a ghost though.
that's why I said Spirit.
I swear, I don't know why I kept hearing you say Spirit Cow.
Spirit Cow at
So
COW.
yeah, like it looks like a cow though.
Spirit Cow. I can't say the word cow correctly.
You almost do like a Simon Cowell type thing.
Who is that?
Simon Cowell, you know, British Got Talent.
British
Oh,
guy?
actually, whoa! Very
Holy
big damage
crap.
from that. Actually, while we were talking about Simon Cowell,
Yeah, okay, come put a pin in that one. Yeah, we were talking about it because I guess I didn't expect that. I'm sorry. I didn't expect him to get blown up like that. I
no,
would have
that
said something.
was almost half his health from Udyr just gone from that. We'll want to see if Flash used the
Oh,
same as Ultimate as well from the Varus.
yo, that's a lifesaver flash right there. he he dodged a Blitzcrank Q and an Varus R. Man, these Qs have
Ooh,
been
Blitzcrank
wide
missed
all
though.
game. Akshan not going down. Is he gonna finish them off? Yes, he does. Nah, Blitzcrank is getting chased down now. They did not give
Just
up. We
get
thought they
knocked
were
up.
backing off for a second. Nope.
Ooh, Varus. Oh, actually gets it. Are they gonna take down? Oh, are they gonna take him down? It looks like
Hold
Akshan might
on.
die here though.
We,
If she
we took.
does.
Okay, they put us away from Corky killing Akshan. Nami flashes into three
Ooh.
people.
Misses the flash over the wall. That was her entire intent, but misses that. That is gonna hurt because now that is just dragged to the side of White Lotus. I'm surprised they aren't trying to go for the second mid turret here and then get the dragon. But
Especially with Zack still alive.
it being only Zac and having Udyr almost full health, Varus almost full health, I would have thought they would try to push a little bit. But it looks like they are just gonna try to burn this down. I don't think Zac's gonna get here in
Can
time. So
Zack do this? Never mind.
he's on vision.
He's not going to. I thought he was gonna do it. He didn't do it. No balls. Um, let's see. Yeah, Corky has the new item and then a blighting jewel.
Let me check that item quickly. New item is called
Oh.
Malignance.
Mm.
Malignance. Ready? Because that's here. That mana is really going to be helping Corky out.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you
Same
for saying it because I wasn't about to.
tagline is Malignance.
What'd you call me?
Huh?
It was a joke. Never mind, man.
Oh. But as you see here, Corky is still deathless, having
Hey,
3-0 and 6.
Corky is trying to show us how it's done. Okay, he kept cool this whole lane against Brand. I don't think Brand even got a kill on him. Well, I know Brand didn't kill him. He's 3-0. Now they pinging him out. I thought Brand was gonna have a bigger impact in this game. To be honest with you.
I definitely thought
Oh,
so too. I think Brand mid's a little iffy. I would have loved to actually see again the Brand maybe even Brand go jungle. Because I do know that again these patches definitely have a very strong Brand jungle. Of course, it is going to be very hard. That's already a 6k gold lead to the side of White Lotus here. So I want to see, are they going to try to just hard commit this Baron? I think that would be a very good call. Is because they do have all their ultimates up. They have all of their flashes up as well. While on the side of RAWR, they only have the Zac flash up. If White Lotus is keeping track of the flashes, it'd be just a great idea to go for this Baron here.
it would be. But since they haven't, I'm gonna guess they aren't keeping up with flashes, or maybe they don't feel like they can safely do it yet. I believe that they totally can.
Oh, they definitely can, especially with again already the 3 item
He just
Corki.
went over the wall and just blew Brand up. He got picked off by Akshan and got
Oh
Brand
my.
revived, but still.
The damage
Oh,
that was just done by the Blitzcrank was insane there from the ultimate. Oh, great actually TP from here, being able to use this his passive like this. But this is looks like to be brand death here as well.
no, that was York. Brand was walking back.
Oh, Brand was walking back. Your stream paused for a second. It looked like it. Sorry.
Oh, well, that's on technology because I'm not taking fault.
Well, it looks like
Um,
that will be Baron for.
is Biscuit gonna die? Yeah, he did.
He really does.
All right.
It looks like they will take this. Poppy's shield definitely helps out here with her healing as well. And of course, because this is on hit Varus, he actually does damage to the Baron. So
Yeah,
this will be. And Udyr is just pushing bot lane, actually getting a turret here in the process as well.
yeah. Corky revived just to get that Baron. All right. Wow. I mean, so that's 4 out of 5 members with Baron new. I mean, I can't blame Blitzcrank. You got to get back to base somehow.
This is almost a 10k gold lead already at 30 minutes. I really don't see a way that RAWR can come back. That
Yeah, I'm kind of on the loss too.
that this
Um,
is definitely going to be a situation where they really have to. Zach has to really steal every single dragon that spawns and every single baron that spawns, while the rest of the members just try and stay under turret and farm as much as they can. But with this Corki, with this Udyr, with this Varus, it's going to be really hard further and further into the game, especially Akshan falls off a little bit. Of course, Yorick can do stuff, but because all the lanes are pushing up to him, he just hasn't been able to have the impact that he definitely would have wanted.
nope. No, unfortunately, it's not. Now let's see if we get that same type of damage. Yeah, he's definitely doing the damage to Udyr. And now he's chased him down. Both ghosted.
Ooh, does miss it though.
Does miss it, but that is actually scary. He's doing a lot of damage to Udyr. And he is willing to commit to the chase down. But unfortunately, he has no ghost now, so he is vulnerable. That's going to be another kill for Corky. He is harvesting the souls of the innocent, like the little demon he is. Um, Meanwhile, White Lotus is surely but steadily moving on up.
It does look like this will be Soul
Dragon.
going over to White Lotus as well.
Yeah, there's no contest here. In fact, there was so little contest that Udyr walked down there and then TP'd back up top before Dragon was even done.
I am a little surprised that they are not
Fighting.
just 5-man mid. I guess what the best budget again is 4-man mid and 1 top. I think especially because Udyr's already there. They have the range, they have the damage. Just
Jack,
ward on the sides
Jack
and just
he helps
start
the
doing
sides.
this.
Never mind, he walked back in the base. Blitzcrank Q misses. Zach
Zach,
is
you are
never mind.
that would have been really
Zach's
scary
doing
for
it.
Zach if Zach tries to go in. Stun on Udyr.
Okay.
That's just no damage though. Whoa!
Wow,
That
that's a
was
lot
half
of damage.
health for like almost 3 members there. This is the damage that Corkin can provide late game, especially on 4 items already.
Zach keeps pressing his E like he's gonna go in, and I'm not sure who he's baiting more, us or his teammates.
Because I assume Udyr is just going to go walk bot lane to push the wave in as well. Same thing. Looks like they are 4 just going to go rotate top lane, push the wave in because I think that is the best. Even having a 3-1-3 right here is
Oh, he
going to
can just
definitely hurt.
he can just leave that spirit all the way up there now. Oh man, that is that's a lot of power in yours kit right there.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Good
flash
flash
ice
from
used by
Brand.
Brand just after.
Yeah, I mean, if he got caught there, he's dead. And
Oh,
unfortunately,
100%.
right now, his team cannot afford him to be gone for another 40 seconds.
Looks like Udyr is just soloing this bot lane here just to push it in wave. Because as soon as the wave gets into base, again, they can just 1-3-1 this. Ult misses though.
Poppy's in there, so now Blitzcrank is in it. He does silence everybody, taking a lot of damage. Tower's gonna finish him off, but he does manage to get that last pull in. But it does not matter. Akshan gets out. Now York is here. Where is Udyr? Udyr is also here. So everybody's up here in the top lane. Minions are pushing on the Nexus towers though from the mid lane. The
Without Brand though,
maiden is
I mean, this
there.
is just a great time to just end here, take out the maiden, and that is a very surefire win. You still have Corki there. You still have the Varus. No flash in Varus, but it looks like they will just back out here. Little scared of it. I'd say kill the maiden here just to stop any kind of push that might happen.
Yep. I was gonna say the maiden is, honestly engaging harder than the Zach right now.
Definitely.
I'm not sure if Zach is scared to go in, but if he is, he needs to get over it quickly.
Well, the big problem is that Zach only has 2 full items, while if you see like Corki, he has 4. You look at Varus, he has 4. You look at even
Is that gonna hit? No, he does not.
that's gonna be painful for the Nami. But if you look at it, Blitzcrank has more items than Zach.
Oh
That
yeah,
is
that is
not a
true.
good look.
No, that's not something you want to see. But it doesn't surprise me. There is 12. There's a 12K goal lead. Up officially 13K.
13K. Yeah,
13K.
I'm more surprised again. No matter how again such a one-sided game, it still is going to pretty much the 40-minute mark.
Yep.
Both teams just not wanting to kind of throw a 10K gold lead by some mistakes. They play very slowly here, but I think for RAWR, if they even want to try to come back, they're gonna have to make a Hail Mary play here,
Like this. He has
like
to.
this
Come
exactly.
on. Come
He
on.
won't hit it
Come
because
on.
there's no
He
no-scope.
gets it.
He gets it actually.
He gets
Steal,
it.
but I think he will die for this though. That will
Listen,
delay it though. It does use the passive, so it's a little sad, but this only helps just to slow down the seeds that will come out from.
I don't think it will actually. There's 3 inhibitors down. Zach's dead. He's the only tank. They're chasing down Udyr right now. They don't care that Udyr's gonna die. I think they're just gonna walk it down.
But they're just hard committing. All of them moved down
Yeah, they're just hard committing.
now they're just going for their base. I mean, if they're out of position, it's just a great time to go for it.
It's a 4v4.
Top lane still has the wave as well, so I'm surprised they aren't just going to just hit the turrets. Again, what Varus is doing is a great idea. Just hit the turrets. Let Poppy, let Blitzcrank tank. They're still so tanky.
Akshan's dead. It's 2v4, but Varus ultimate goes down. Just starts spreading, hits Brand.
That was definitely a great Baron defense here. Now, the thing is, there only is 2 members alive for White Lotus, and even then, you still have a 40-minute or 40-second timer on the Corki to get to this Elder Drag. So it does look like RAWR will try to contest the Elder Drag. York does have TP, so it isn't the worst to get back into this fight here, because they definitely, if if RAWR does not get this Elder Drag, I do think this will be game.
No, yeah, if they don't get, and you know what? I'm sorry to say it, but I don't think they are gonna get it. I'm not
Corki
hating.
isn't up yet though, but he doesn't have TP, so this is their best opportunity is right now. The TP coming in from the auction actually to try to get this. Of course, Poppy isn't here though, so they don't actually even have the smite here. Again, that is Elder Drag.
Okay, they do get it. Hold on. Okay, so
way.
Corky's dead, but not Corky. Excuse me, Varus. Wrong person to looking at there. Varus is dead.
It goes down as well
did
here.
not help him. Hold on. What's happening? Is this the turnaround? It
the
fell
10K
quickly.
goalie has actually gone down. Good top lane,
Hold
literally
on.
the maiden is just
Hold
taking,
on. This is Baron. There's Baron. There's
and this
three
is
members.
this
Is
is
this the game?
wait, does this actually turn out this way after a 10K gold lead? They throw it after a Baron steal and then failing the siege. No way. I don't think they
There's
can
no
here.
way. Is this game? Hold on.
This 20
20
seconds
seconds on
up on
everybody.
the Varus. They have to clear
Five on
wave. That's the
Blitzcrank.
biggest thing.
5 on Blitzcrank. They're
No
trying to
way.
get
Is
him
this
too.
actually? Does RAWR actually turn this around? No way. This is going to be horrible if they don't actually win. Failed at
They need to do
flash
this
by
now.
the.
Everybody's up. They need to do
I
this now.
think this
This
is
is game
this is
here.
game. No
No, no
way.
way.
They come back. They actually do it. They come back after a 10K goal deficit. Actually win this game in 40 minutes. No way. That was insane. I don't even know what that wow.
I oh holy.
That's gotta
mean,
hurt.
what do you? That was.
I mean, in this situation, I mean, you're kind of that's gonna be a mental boom for the side of White Lotus. They just had a 10K gold lead and just threw it right at the end. You're trying to go for that, trying to go just for the base. So this is going to be very interesting to see if White Lotus is even able to get this last game, or are they just gonna go 0-3 in this first week?
Y'all can't believe that happened, dog.
That is insane.
Y'all cannot believe
Props
that
to
happened.
RAWR there, because I wouldn't think that they were going to be able to come back from that. Again, I called that game, but it wasn't. They were able to steal. I think definitely the Zach steals right there were definitely very good. And then afterwards, the poor call by White Lotus to actually just try to just fire, just go right into base. I think the biggest thing is they definitely could have ended there, but Poppy just focused on the Zac pushing him out, but no one actually hit the turrets. Varus was the only one to actually hit turret. So I think if they were on the same page, both went for the fight or both went for a turret, White Lotus could definitely end it there. But because of their missed call that threw, and RAWR was able to just come back right there.
That's game 2 for RAR. And also, I was gonna say this is gonna be funny. Afterwards, I'm gonna say no one bet on White Lotus in the predictions. And I was gonna say it's hilarious when they win this game and no one's gonna get this payout. And then RAR just ran it back. So to everybody who bet on RAR, I mean, you won. Oh man. Okay. That was great. I mean, what needs to change next game, man? Because let's be honest, up until that I want to call it a miracle. Up until that last
Definitely.
miracle, RAR was getting dogged. So what needs to change for them?
See, that's the thing. I mean, they were so far ahead. I think this number one, they got to be together on the call, on the calls here. They got to play together because I think they did very well. But it's just I think they broke under the pressure right at the end of having that chance to win, and they just threw it. Because again, this is kind of hard to kind of pinpoint, just because even with 3 tank setup, they were still doing the most. They were just still doing great damage. Corki was able to get great ultimates. The package was pretty good, but the steals hurt a lot. I think the jungler definitely has. They definitely have to prioritize killing the jungler before getting the objective, just so that they're able to secure it.
Okay. Okay. So with that said, do you think picks and bans? Do you think anything's gonna change?
I don't think there necessarily needs to be. I think that the triple tank might not see a return, but it's gonna definitely be I think it's more of a call issue and gameplay issue as compared to the champs themselves. So we will see if anything changes during the next game, but only time will tell.
Okay. Well, me personally, I don't think I don't know if anything needs to change either.
Oh, okay. It looks like White Lotus is taking blue.
Okay,
Get
that's
another one
fine.
where it prioritizes the blue side. So we'll see if they can actually take it back and actually get a single win here, so they don't go 3-0 already, putting them pretty much on the back foot just going into this next week. So it'll be interesting to see if their mental is able to just stay together. I think this is definitely one where this is just a battle for mental. Did RAWR break the mental of White Lotus, or is White Lotus able to come back just from the hardship and take at least
Well,
one game out?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I would hope. Normally, we're doing the 3 blocks. We're doing the 3 blocks this time. Usually, we only last I'm gonna say season. We only did 2. Um, I hope that 3 games isn't too much. I hope people don't mental boom after 3 games, after 2 games. I hope they can hold it together for one more game because
Mm-hmm.
I mean once they get to this, they're done. And I want hopefully maybe they'll pull out something. I don't want to say it hasn't been interesting, but something like we ain't seen yet. I mean, I already wasn't expecting like a Yasuo Wukong first game. And also, can we talk about there's been a Baron steal in every game that we watched tonight? I mean,
I mean, we'd love to see another one just because it just becomes very fun, very entertaining. But it all just depends on, again, how each team wants to fight it.
that's true. Also, I need to say it because I didn't say it before. Zach is a real man for just jumping in that pit and wilding out like that.
Oh,
That
100%. That was the win con. Was if was Zach didn't try to steal the dragons, didn't try to steal everything, then that means that they would have lost. But because of that Baron steal, that turned the game around so quickly.
listen, even if he hadn't stolen that Baron, it was just come on, man. He just jumped in the pit. Wow, that's manly. That's brave. I like that. That's him trying to save the game type. And you don't see that in every League of Legends game, unfortunately, because people be selfish and be worried about KDAs and bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Of course, right
What?
now we are still waiting on
Yeah, we're still waiting on
Lunar.
draft guys.
We're still waiting on one player who's having mic issues right now, so you'll be dealing with us just talking for a little bit for now till we get these resolved. Sorry about the wait.
What? Don't apologize. They didn't expect that. We're not sorry. Okay, we're not. It's not our fault. It's the player's fault. So be mad at them. We over here chilling, talking to y'all. So I mean, we could talk about anything right now. We could talk about how I would. I guess I want to actually see a tank in this game. Like
I
really,
mean,
so
they did build. They had Udyr, they had Poppy. Those are both definitely tanks if you want to count that.
since if I want to, so I'm not going to. No, I don't want to. So, but I don't know. I don't know. I was expecting to see like the Malphite or something from here, but I've enjoyed the ones we have seen. I would see Udyr every day. That rework didn't do him any favors, in my opinion. I don't get to see him have as much as I used to.
We'll see. I'd love to see something crazy come out. Seeing like yesterday, we saw stuff like the MF. We had the Jarvan support as well for one, and that was a very niche pick, but it'll be interesting if they do something a little crazy like that. Because we haven't seen the Maokai yet, which if so yesterday's game was a permaban all 3 games.
Yep. Kind of like we're getting, since we're getting in the draft here right now, kind of like this Yone, which again has been banned out by White Lotus.
Definitely. And as well, Udi are being banned for RAWR. They're just not liking the power that the Udi had last game.
Just because he was up against York, I guess it did seem like he wasn't doing much, but at the same time he was. Like, I think it's just because York was here. Like, if York's not, if I feel like if anyone else had been in LA other than York, I'm pretty sure Udyr would have crushed it. Also, Anivia, unfortunately, we're not going to see her this game either. She's gone. And so is the main man, Echo.
I mean, after, again, if you look at his match history, just the amount of games he's played on Echo and just the amount of wins he's actually had on Echo in such a dominating fashion, it just becomes a one trick and says, yeah, we'll take the risk and we'll get rid of it.
Oh, no, I get it. I've said it multiple times. They're not going to let the Daz have that Echo.
Mm-hmm.
He would run through everybody.
Of course, we see the Lucian, of course, being, of course, powerful in the meta. And just going to take him off the picks for now. And Varus, actually, so this is the first game we won't see a Varus. So I'd actually like to see more ADC dive, maybe more diverse ADCs. Maybe see maybe Ashe come in, because of course Ashe has been doing pretty well. But I'd love to see something, maybe like the Neela, the Kog'Maw, the Draven, just something that really spices it up. The Samir as well. I want to see that come out as well.
You said all that, and someone's just going to pick Kate. They're just going to pick Caitlyn. They're going to pick Caitlyn and Jhin. And we're just going to be here like, oh, all right.
Yeah. Poppy. I mean, Jin's a little more interesting, but Poppy here is interesting, being that usually you'd want that as a counter to someone that has a lot of dash, like if Azir is picked. But having Poppy first pick definitely is a little less common. I do want to see if they're going to do a Poppy flexed for top mid, or top jungle and support here, though. And RAW looks like they're just going to go get their one trick Zyra here.
Hey, if it ain't fixed, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see who's going with that Zyra, though. Are they going to pick the ADC, the mid laner, top laner? Who's next up after Zyra here? Who do you want to go into this Poppy?
I mean, I'd think that it would be someone in the jungle, but I'd still love to see maybe like a Maokai come out, because it would work. Actually, just Zyra Misfortune.
Misfortune. The answer to the question was MF.
Yep. Well, with this MF pick, of course, it's kind of the same as Varus. Just the lethality buffs help so much for this MF, being able to just one tap, and of course, that's like you mentioned, the Jhin coming out, most likely for White Lotus. Just the range that it has helps a lot.
Jhin. I mean, I think there was only one period of time since his release where he wasn't meta. Yeah. So
I mean, he's the perfect champion. 4.
I mean, listen, I watch Aki Pitako, and so yeah, I kind of have to agree. I don't think anything's wrong with Jhin.
Oh, actually, it looks like they're gonna rerun this Blitzcrank here. Actually, interesting.
I mean, yeah. Well, wouldn't they? There was nothing wrong with the Blitzcrank. And Blitzcrank into Zyra Misfortune.
I mean, it can work. I think the Blitzcrank wasn't as beneficial last game. It had some good hooks, but overall,
remember he was. See, I think I look at Blitzcrank like, yes, he has the hooks, but that's only for like lane. The real thing is, do you manage to just run into all 5 of them and press R? That's all he does after lane. That's what he does. He knocks up people and presses R. That's
definitely still having the pick potential. I think is still what Blitzcrank shines at. And of course, we also hear Zach being picked up for RAWR, so we might see the Baron steals as well. If Zach wants to do it again, we'd all love to see it.
Run it back. Run it back. He has so much success on it at the end. Why not run it back?
Exactly. Of course, we see the Azir and the Yasuo banned mid laners. Of course, very annoying. And actually, the Corki RAWR does not want to see the Corki again, especially after Daz
To be
picked it out.
fair, Corky didn't get his first death till like 20-some minutes in the game.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to see him in here either.
At the same time, the Gwen ban here as well. I just like to see what the top laners pick. If they're just going to do double tank, or they're going to spice it up, maybe have an Aatrox or Renekton pick. Because of course we see here Renekton has not been banned as compared to the last 2 games. So I'd like to see if that one actually gets through.
Well, that was always the ban for RAWR. So if this was against White Lotus, if that was a ban against White Lotus, then this gives them the opportunity to finally show it. But it also said, "Whoa, hold up,
Whoa!
pause." Was not expecting this.
It looks like that's going to be a Lux mid actually.
Well,
That's going to be very interesting. I wonder how this is actually going to work, unless they do some weird Zyra mid. But I think Lux mid is not as powerful right now. Of course, easy champion to pilot.
oh
You
yeah, I
just
mean, it
stun, you
doesn't get
just
any
ult,
more
and they
basic than
die.
Lux. It doesn't get any more basic than Lux. And they say,
Actually,
okay, if you
another
want to
basic
pick,
champ, it's Veigar. I mean, you push Q, you push Cage. R, that's about it. I see Trundle coming in. So it does look like it's actually going to be Poppy top lane if there's Trundles here.
oh, is this
At least
real?
most likely. I mean, Trundle has
This-
been picked up throughout this patch, both in solo queue and in pro play. Trundle top lane and Trundle jungle have been picked. Not too much success though, but they
what,
can do them.
what kind of
This
ending
is
is that,
interesting.
dog? To not to much success, but oh man, that's hilarious. But no,
I think in this situation, it's just gonna be Trundle slow into Veigar Cage. I think that's what they want to try to do, and then put it into Blitzcrank Hook. But
oh,
yes, there we go. Something in a new top laner, make it very interesting, very good. Of course, early game and everything, and late game if he gets fed, there's no one that can beat him.
okay. So I guess we're done putting all our eggs in one basket here. Is what I'm seeing from RAR.
I
And
don't.
this is so solo queue type
Oh,
team.
100%. This is definitely a team of I one trick this champion. I'm just gonna use it then. No, I'm very comfortable because if you see the White Lotus, they're definitely more purely meta, very maybe again pro play oriented, minus probably the Veigar, but everything else of course has been used. However, with RAR, they just went, I'm good at this champ, I'm gonna play it. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But sometimes comfort's better than meta. So
I mean, that's true. I mean, can't wait for this Lux pick. I can't wait for this Lux pick and this Darius pick. And I can't wait to see which of the 100 Lux skins he's using.
I mean, if you're smart and you have it, you'd use Elementalist. But
Nah, bro, you listen, Elementalist is cool. It has to be cool. It's like $50. So
well, I mean, if you got it from a chest, I've seen people get from chests.
I mean, no, I know you can get it from a chest, but I mean, RNG with all the thousands of skins, you're probably not gonna get it from a chest.
Actually, look at this. This actually is Trundle top lane here. So it's actually
It
Trundle
is,
into Darius.
huh? Trundle top lane. So is this Poppy jungle?
This is Poppy Jungle, yes.
All right.
With Veigar mid, of course. Unless there can be, it won't be, but there is always the Jin mid lane, AP Jin mid lane that is very weird, but works sometimes into certain champions. But again, here we have a Lux.
And that's Lux mid. Lux is mid. Okay.
Lux is mid here,
So
of course.
so Lux can farm with their E past at a certain point, but not early game. Um, I don't know how the early game works between these two champions.
It is gonna be interesting because of course Veigar doesn't have much kill power in there in the beginning either. But I think this game is definitely going to be a situation of who gets. I think win con for White Lotus is definitely going to be like mid lane. I think Veigar's going to definitely do a lot more than Jhin at really late game, just depending on how many stacks he gets. While for RAWR, I think, of course, Misfortune, you're really banking on the Darius to Misfortune to really carry you.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming too.
And while we're talking,
Alright.
predictions are live, so go use your channel points that you've earned up to predict who do you think is going to win.
Last time, guys. It's the last time you can do this tonight.
For today.
And you can also do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the last time ever. I'm just letting you know. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you'll be right and or wrong. Here's the real question. Who do you have faith in this draft?
Ooh. I
Yeah.
want to say RAWR just because of how good their games have been going previously, but if you're looking purely at draft, I think, I don't know, it's pretty close. It just depends on how good they pilot the champions, I think. I think that's the biggest thing.
All right. I respect you saying you don't know by saying a lot of other words. I respect that. Um hmm. And the predictions are looking close too. I don't know what to go off of there. But you know what? We're gonna take a small break, come back, and we'll be in the game three, and we'll see where these predictions go. We'll see who's the better team, who's the better draft, and who's the better players. So we'll see you in a few.
See you then.
We've seen all the words of ourselves just to know what it meant, so you took it away. Till times reconnect, it's like I'm gonna forget the night is done. There's something on my face, something in my veins, tears. And I don't know what it takes, don't know what it takes to move on. Something on my face, something in my veins, tears. And I don't know what it takes, don't know what it takes to move on. Something on my face, something in my veins, tears. And I don't know what it takes, don't know what it takes to move on. The more that I've done, the less I become. I just live forever within our souls. So do it right now, and life will go on. And then we'll become just nothing at all. Just nothing, just nothing, just nothing, just nothing at all. Nothing at all, nothing at all, nothing at all. And then we'll become just nothing at all. I've seen enough things to lose hope, and here I am still growing. I am even stronger now. Thought I had it figured out. Believed in us. We were meant to be, no doubt. A teenage love. Everybody else could see the way we were. Living in a fantasy. When I kiss her, I don't know where we going. I don't know at all. I don't know how we growing. I'll be moving on. I'll be moving on. Gotta let it go. Living on my own, making me strong. Now I wanna show I can on my own. See how much I've grown. Better off alone, baby. I don't live it all alone.
And we are back.
Yes,
And
we
for
are.
some reason, Zach still doesn't want to take a pot.
Listen, he's a health-based champion. He doesn't need his HP like that.
And of course, they are doing the exact same thing of group together and
But this time they're doing it in the bottom lane. But they've been spotted. And they don't know it though. So Red Sun's backing out, and they're gonna get absolutely nothing from this. Except my amusement. Oh, never mind, they got it all in high they got a high knowledge after misfortune. Never mind. They did get something out of it.
it looks like Zach will just ward the entrance to the wolf camp there on the top side.
Yep. They did the same thing over at his blue buff, so fair's fair. Also,
Looks like-
I just want to say this real quick before we really get started. Lux with Cosmic Lux. You were wrong.
No, I said they would go Elementalist like if they had it.
Ah. Touche, my friend, touche.
But as we see here, we just see Darius is leashing Zach just on the red side, while Poppy is just getting a leash on his red, on Poppy's red buff, I should say. So interesting to see. Looks like they're just gonna go try to do a full clear, both junglers here. Of course, the best
Yep.
usually for these two champions. It's just the best idea to do, or best plan to do, I should say.
Yep. Meanwhile, absolutely nothing's happening. A little. Oh, hey, level 2
Actually
is
gets
hit.
hit here.
Oh, the stun lands. Just for a lot of damage. Gets ignited. Flashes for the last auto attack, and that's first blood over to White Lotus.
I'm impressed. They're keeping their cool, especially after last game's fiasco, and are trying to come back here. Whose last game, not wanting to lose this game so quickly.
Yeah, I don't think Misfortune was respecting what damage they could do there, and honestly took his sweet time walking back. Shouldn't have done that. Cost him his life. The root goes down and auto attacks come out from not Misfortune from Lux on the Vagar. Neither of these two are threatening right now, so we'll see them when the jungler comes through.
Of course, we see here Darius is just crashing this wave into this Trundle. Most likely not going to back here. Has now actually a 10k, or sorry, a 10 CS lead onto this Trundle here. So it's going to be a little harder for him to do much. However, Poppy is in the area, and it looks like Darius will spot out Poppy here. So he knows he's gonna have to be a little careful. Actually, it looks like he just wants to just straight up steal this Gromp here from the Poppy, even try to get a kill here.
Yeah,
Doesn't actually get the stun.
he wants to fight. He doesn't want the camp. Sees that Trundle's coming down, makes him miss maybe 1 or 2 minions from having to come down there. So, but it doesn't matter. They're about even now. 15 to his 18, 17 to his 18. So
We also see Zach is actually walking behind the drag pit trying to gank bot, but there is a ward in that tri-bush already, so it is not as beneficial. Or Zach will get spotted, I should say, trying to do this gank. So it looks like the White Lotus will just back up here.
yeah, Poppy is also bot side now, but that bush is warded. Down in the control ward was another regular ward was just dropped. No controlled ward was dropped. Poppy is going through lane bot lane though, while Darius and Trundle smack each other. Darius being the obvious winner of these trades with the bleed and the heal.
Of course. As we see bot lane here, does look like MF backed and only was able to get a pot. Well, if you see Jin, he was able to get 2 longswords. So he's definitely going to have a better time in this lane for a little bit. Of course, he does have a 10 CS lead, of course, on the compared to the MF, and it just looks like they're just trying not to die under turret here.
Yep. These jungle changes, Blitz can have a lot more fun. I just realized. If they walk anywhere too close to those sides and Blitz is there, they're pretty much dead. Also, this is a very, very early dragon.
Definitely, but it looks like White Lotus, or not White Lotus, RAWR is actually just going to try to trade.
Oh, that's a flash forward.
Actually, for a flash forward,
misses the
flash
stun,
back.
but the damage is still coming down. Misfortune is here now. The double up hits Blitz, so it hits Jin. A lot of
just looks like
harassment.
they just
Now Lux is here.
Lux is here as well. I think this.
Oh, but Poppy gets the dragon, flashes out. Blitzcrank is dead. Lux just flashes over the cage, doesn't even respect it.
Flash actually by the Veigar as well, though.
But he goes ahead and picks up Zyra for the kill.
Oh, right there. I think that was just level 6. He leveled up right there just to get the kill.
Yeah, that flash. I'm sorry, that 4th shot, not the flash. The 4th shot from Jin negated by the heal from Misfortune, keeping Lux alive. So, a lot just happened there. And on top of that, I believe that Zach got
He got all 3,
void.
Yes.
Yeah, so he got the void grubs. So they just need 2 more. They just need 2 more, and they will be able to summon voidlings, which we haven't seen yet in any of these games. And I kind of want to see because I haven't seen it in any of the PvE games I played on this map either. So.
Of course, with this, a lot of summoner spells are blown on both sides. Of course, flash and heal, or flash from Zyra, heal from Misfortune, and both heal or flash teleport for Lux. But at the same time, we had flash blown for Varus, flash from Blitzcrank, the ghost from Jin, and also the flash from Poppy as well. Actually, in that skirmish.
Yep. So, box lands, Q lands, W lands. That hook wasn't gonna land.
Great sidestep for Lux though.
Yep. Zach is there, but Zach is not gonna get the jump on Blitzcrank.
Does miss, so he doesn't get the. I don't think he'll hit this. Doesn't hit the knock up.
Misses the Q.
Misses it though.
Misses the bind. Yo, these dudes are sidestepping.
That's getting hit by the ultimate, so Lux does get it. So that's going to be very unfortunate for the Veigar with Lux trying to get 2 kills with Lost Chapter and everything. It's going to be pretty powerful. So we'll see what she gets on this back here.
Yep. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Without interference from Zach, that was kind of Veigar's kill. Like, There's no way Lux would have won that. I'm sorry. But
Definitely
in the
would have been
bot
hard.
lane, what is that?
Oh, I said it definitely would have been hard. Oh, missed the hook for the Blitzcrank, so it doesn't look like he will get anything out of it. So
I mean, he got a CS out of it. That's something. Got
look at
got gotta be positive about it. He missed the hook. He grabbed a cannon minion.
he also didn't die. I mean, that's the other big thing too. And the other thing
Yeah,
is one of the biggest problem is whenever Blitzcrank pulls someone in and then dies from it. I think that's one of the biggest. I don't know if I want to call it weaknesses of Blitzcrank is that you can die from bringing someone in if you hook in the wrong person.
that is true. This this ability, they should put a label on it. This ability can get you killed.
I see. It
Okay,
does look like Poppy just pushes. Yep. So that is
see,
ult from both Poppy and Veigar used actually.
see, I have thought for a second that Blitzcrank was gonna run up, Q her, and steal the kill, and I really wanted that to occur, just for the funsies.
Most of the funsies.
Yeah, just for the funsies.
But
So,
I do like the synergy though between the Poppy Veigar. As long as one person's in the Veigar trap, you just Poppy, you can shove into the wall, and there's the stun. So I think it is good synergy here. So I do like that double that pick Poppy Veigar. But
oh,
that synergy is just for that though. So it is gonna. We'll have to see how it works later. Ooh, Lux actually walking into the trap there. Very greedy for the cannon minion there. Could have been devastating.
yep, it could have been an unfortunate for everyone. Oh, the ultimate was just used to clear the wave. Lux is not getting out of this one.
That's just a kill there. Ignite used as well.
So I don't like to throw around the term try hard a lot, but I do think that maybe White Lotus is out for some revenge.
Well, of course, after having a 10K gold lead, almost 11K gold lead, and throwing it right at the end, I mean that's got to be very painful for him.
But there's no need for this.
It looks
This
like
is
they'll just get the void grubs here, so you won't get to see your little grubs on the rift this time. But it looks like in response, RAWR will just be able to get this second dragon here. Love to see what is up on the table because of course we still have
hold
Chemtech on
on.
the.
Oh, I said there was a possibility he could have got it. That's why I said hold on. There was just a small possibility he could have got it,
I'm
and I
looking at
wanted.
this.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at this, and I definitely think this Chemtech Drake has a little benefit to RAR more than White Lotus, just because of the tenacity and stuff. He's gonna help, of course, because all the stuns of the Trundle, the Poppy, the Veigar, all of them actually have some type of stun of some sort or a silence or anything like that. While on the side of course, RAR, they don't have as much, having a lot of knockups as well, so tenacity is not as beneficial.
So we're talking about the Cloud Drake, right?
No, Chemtech. It's Chemtech Soul.
Oh, that's what Kim Tech Soul does.
Yeah, the Chemtech buff is tenacity, and the Chemtech Soul gives you. The Chemtech Soul gives it so that the lower you are, the more damage and healing you get.
Uh, so this could be a. So what you're saying? You're saying worthless soul for one for
For I don't know. Looking at the previous fights we've been having, I think it's a very useful soul for a lot of these fights because they're drawn out 20 plus seconds on some of these fights. So I think for how these two teams are playing, I definitely think that it's going to be helpful. But also just being able to stack three so Chemtech Drakes back to back to back is going to be very beneficial to whoever gets it just because of the stacking tenacity that it gives.
Okay. Wow, Vagar is annoying. He just did 60% of his health in what? 3 seconds?
Yeah, 1Q, 1W, and just getting the E just stunned up.
That was annoying to watch.
I will
And he
say
only
top lane,
has
of
an
course.
Archangel.
But of course, top lane is not the best for the side of White Lotus. Darius is just absolutely stomping this Trundle top lane. If you just even look at the CS difference already, it's definitely very one-sided and not
I
much
mean,
Poppy kind
we
of.
we we expect that to happen though. I mean, it's Darius. Um, is there a melee top laner who can make sure that Darius doesn't do this? I can't think of one.
It'd
It's
be
kind
hard.
of his
Ooh, good
whole job.
flash by the Jin. Does have to ult from the Zac though.
Yeah, has to ghost and flash. Oh wow, the stun lands and so is the hook. This is a dead Zac. Now, can they kill the pieces? He's gonna pop the ultimate to try and kill all of them at once. Does not get it. Misses the W. Zac pops past but gets to walk out of there alive along with Jin and Blitzcrank. Um, Good flash from Jin, saved his life.
Definitely had to burn the flash and the ghost, but that was flash for both the Zyra and Zac there. So I think in the end it definitely was worth, saved a life. I mean on both sides, so about
Yep.
even fight there.
Zac is here though. He has spun the block. He is waiting behind them to just do it again.
There is vision though there, so they have to clear that out to do anything. Ooh, very close look by the Blitzcrank there.
Zyra stepped up
Very.
though, a little too brave. W misses, but unfortunately, Jin is in a very bad position.
I think this will be a death for the Jin
Oh,
here.
oh yeah, definitely. Uh, that almost hits. The Archangels make sure he lives and just
And the
kills
ultimate
her.
one taps.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little brave of Lux right there. Not respecting Vagar at all on that one.
I will say that for the teams that are watching everything, make sure if you are trying to charge Rift Herald and you actually can, actually use good flash there, actually
Ooh,
used.
yo, Poppy W, yeah, W, just saved Vagar's life, stopping Zac from getting in there. Man, now
So
what
what
were you
Jonas
saying about
is
the PSA?
it is the Rift Herald. It's actually better to actually jump in the Rift Herald and charge because it actually does more damage and gives you a shield and more grubs whenever you get out of it. So for those teams that want to, of course, drift around on the Herald, but it also helps a lot actually being in the Herald for the fights. Or not even just in the fight, but just going for turrets if you can. Just because,
Oh,
actually,
flash
flash from
pull
the
from
Darius.
Darius. Ghost too. He is trying to stick on the Trundle. Trundle was trying to get out of here. He does not want this problem. Darius pops the ultimate after getting the stacks on Trundle and leaves. Meanwhile, the Misfortune ultimate comes out, and so does the Jin ultimate. He's shooting at Zyra. Zyra drops thanks to Poppy. The W over onto Zac misses. Now Poppy is in the middle of three people. Gets burst. Where's Vagar? Vagar is way too low to be in assistance. Jin is too low. And Trundle just had to use all his summoners. Lux is over here looking to pick up something. Blast comes over. Straight into the cage though and gets blown up by Vagar, who she didn't know was in the bush. Can Vagar do anything to stop this? Nope. Gonna go straight back to mid lane.
I mean, without Poppy there, it's just not really easy to contest, especially because Zac is there. If we look at top lane, though, again, it's just more skirmishing. I don't think this much is going to come out of this because both ults were already used. And, of course, Trundle is very fast. Just easily walks that out, even without Ghost there.
So, wow. Okay, a lot happened there. From start to finish. Started with Darius just, I guess, making sure that Trundle couldn't leave the lane. I'm gonna assume that's the reason he went so ham on that, was to make sure that Trundle could not join that fight at all. Um, Everything else though, Misfortune had great position in that fight. Um, she still got picked up though,
Of
and
course.
I think that's just because Poppy just went immediately for her. Vagar didn't die because of Archangels and was able to walk away. And then Jin unfortunately just Lux saw him and just tunnel vision for him.
And if you look at this, Vagar is literally 5-1-1 right now. He is very powerful. Second item already bought. First one to get his second item in this game. That one's Luden's. It more mana.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
I
thing in mana.
I just love it's a gun. I just love it's a gun. How do you make a mage more powerful? You just give him a gun. Um. Anyways, Lux also has her Luden's companion. Is Lux trying to pull a fast one? Does not respect the Luden. Does not respect the Archangels.
And just gets blown up with the ultimate. That is definitely sad because that was ult use and everything. No other thing, but that is a 6-1-1
So
Vagar already.
I mean, she's just not respecting that. That is I think the third time now. It feels like if it's not the second, it's the third. Anyway, they've spotted Zyra. Has flash though. Should be able to get out of here. Does.
There was ult use. Flash was used for both though, so I think that definitely is going to be beneficial for Zyra because ult was used as well. Ooh, I'm not sure if this is actually a good idea here. Is Lux, you're just gonna die again? Are you just gonna? No way! You still die for that even with the flash. Vagar didn't even flash well and didn't even ult. That is so beneficial for the Vagar. This Lux can do damage, but not enough. This Vagar has so many. Can you click on Vagar? I want to see how many stacks Vagar has already. That's not what I wanna know.
Give me 1 second. I cannot do Vagar without him being alive.
Yeah, we'll wait for him to respawn here to check how many stacks this guy has because it's already so much. But again,
Also, I didn't say anything because that had me shook. That Lux thing. I can't believe she did it again. I'm sorry. I can't believe he did it again, and I can't believe that this time it worked just out of pure stubbornness.
I mean, of course, like I'm saying here, like the gold here is still incredible. It's still very beneficial for Lux if played alright. What is that? Yeah, 245 stacks already. I think that is a lot already. Just
Yes,
getting it from the kills from the
627 ability
CS.
power.
Yeah, I think
It is
that's incredible.
21 minutes.
Of course, if here looks like the Vagar is building into. He's building in. Isn't that just? I love blanking out here. It. Dang,
What are we
I
talking
love
about?
when I forget.
Sorry, I was looking at numbers. What are we talking about?
I'm trying to remember which item he is currently building. Isn't that just? Looks like he's just gonna be going to Shadow Flame here.
Yeah,
For the.
alternator and needless to draw the shadow flying.
But I'm surprised he doesn't want to even get the death cap very early. Looks like Ghost is popped for both top laners here. Darius definitely is chunked out. Actually, there might look to be a fight down here.
Oh no, that's the fight though. Zach is gonna get his passive pop. Misfortune ultimate comes down, so is Lux. Jin pops his ultimate too. He's definitely gonna pick up the Zyra here probably. Nope, misses. She gets out alive until Vagar says something about it. That's 2 more kills for Vagar. He's 9-2-1 now. And
This is just drag for him. A free drag. Top lane is just both top laners is just not do anything. Darius, yeah, has one item, but I mean compared to this Vega that almost has 3, there's just no comparison. I actually want to know this Darius. I want to see what he gets in this back. Has he even bought anything?
I mean, that's just crazy.
Oh, whoa! He just bought his second item instantly.
Hold on,
He's been holding on for. Yeah, he just got Under Sky. That is 300 gold, right? Three. Yeah, sorry. That's 3,100 gold right there.
Yeah, because it sells for 2170, so that's 70% of it. So yeah,
that's insane that he held on to that much gold. That's He didn't have that before. He didn't even have a component. He just was attacking Trundle constantly and then got his second item instantly. I think a little sketchy, of course, but
I
because
mean,
it's just an island up there.
to be fair, this man has 225 CS at 23 minutes. He has almost perfect farm. Isn't he like 10 off from having perfect farm? Like,
I don't remember exactly,
I
but I
think
think
this
it's
because it's like what 10 CS, no, it's 10 CS per minute, right? Or something like that. 12. I don't know. All I know is that's that's a lot for 24 minutes.
100% a lot. But even then, the White Lotus still has hits. Doesn't look like it's gonna do much here.
Oh, there are
But
three members
because
here though. Four. There are four
ult was
members.
used,
Yeah,
looks like
they
this
just
will
kind
be
of
a just
all.
death.
Well, that's one way you could. That's one way you could get them. You could just all gang up on them.
I mean, that they want that because I think they're gonna try to go for Baron here without Darius, and doesn't have a TP. He can't even get back into the fight very easily. Going for Baron, I think is pretty smart, unless they actually can get a pick off of someone here, maybe. Just one ultimate tap, full health, killing, but okay, if you say so.
He didn't try to run. He didn't have flash. He didn't even try. He said, "Okay, if I'm dying, I'm taking someone with me," and just pressed R on his fortune, and she just dropped. Because what else is she gonna do there? Survive?
No,
This is exactly it's not an option. Um, on another note, Lux has a badly aimed ultimate. Um, that was way too off to the side. Definitely weren't gonna kill him with that.
now what I'm looking at is I'm surprised that obviously I want to see more control wards bought by the side of White Lotus because I think that they should be starting to put wards around this Baron, trying to see if they can kind of force this Baron here. Being that Veigar is now back up because it's almost instant. I think you wait for Blitzcrank and stuff like that, but again, flash from Zyra is down, flash the Zac is down, and with that, it's going to be harder for Zac to be able to get into the pit as long as you have vision on Zac. As long as Zac doesn't steal, I think you can take this game. I can't say easily because of course we saw last game 11k gold lead kind of goes down the drain, but
Yep. I mean, I don't know. I think the reason they don't do the Baron, I don't know about sending Veigar top. Well, no, I guess let him farm his Q up. I guess. Farm not his Q.
ooh,
The
actually hits the hook.
Forget what I'm saying because they get the hook. Zyra's going down, but Darius is here. The teleport's coming up from Veigar. Veigar is about to join this fight. Doesn't matter. Blast Cone says Darius is gone. Geno's coming out though, trying to see if he can pick up anything from this. Doesn't even manage to pop Lux's spell shield. I was about to say that Veigar is in a bad position, but everybody backed off.
And it's just definitely looking like a copy of game one, where it's just it's going to become just such one-sided battle. But again,
Oh
any
my
little
god,
thing, oh my.
that
That
was
damn
his
Zach's thinking
W.
about going in. I think it's like a smart idea. I'm not sure it's a good idea when you don't even have your teammates with you.
That
You don't
was
even have
his
to flash up.
W. That man was what? What was his HP at? I think he was like at what 50 HP. Was he at 50 HP away from death?
It's a little less than that, but around that, I'm more surprised. I'm looking at this again. It looks like actually, it looks like Veigar sold his Dark Seal that he just had. I'm wondering if he is just gonna go buy the death cap, or is he actually gonna just try to go full Medjai's? Medjai's, right?
Well, no, he
Medjai's.
sold his Dark Seal, so he doesn't want Medjai's.
Yeah, which I
Also,
guess is smart
really, White Lotus?
sometimes.
White Lotus doesn't suspect anything. Nothing. Then this dragon is theirs, but they just lost Baron.
I'm surprised. I would have definitely thought that they would prioritize the Baron more because now they actually have pushing power. They can kind of combat. Of course, that is now you know, Dragon Soul Point, I should say.
Yeah,
So
that's cool. Okay, so now they're rushing towards ban. Here's my thing: are they trying to pick them up for the recall?
I
Or
think because they have very little vision there. I think they saw that like the Zach didn't back yet, so they're trying to see if they can get a pick off of him. So I think they definitely all should have back there just to be a little safer.
man, that was not the call right there. And I hope this doesn't cost them too much now, because they this is ruining their pushing potential. And if
Oh,
they
one
win a
hundred
fight
percent.
here, and if they win a fight here, oh man, this is going to cost them a lot.
But I think this is definitely going to turn into a protect the president situation. If Vagar dies, I mean, now you don't have that much damage. I think what you have to do is, as long as you can save Vagar from dying, I think you're going to be golden. He pushes ult, takes one person out already, pushes Q, takes another person out, pushes W, takes another person out.
I mean, at this point with his ability power score, he doesn't have to even press R on Misfortune or Zyra. If he hits them with a QW, they might just disappear. I think the only one he has to press R for right now is Darius and Zach.
Mhm.
Like everyone else is just regular combos.
So now, as we can see,
Like,
Darius is walking down bot lane trying to get that push, but then again, Trundle is trying to match him. 3 mid lane, so I think they might try to go. Looks like they're actually just trying to go for a 4-1 comp here because we all see all 4 mid, but it looks like Blitzcrank. Actually, all 4 members looks to be collapsing onto this Darius. Darius has to get out, or else that will be a kill onto him. He doesn't have a tower to actually go back to. He might have to burn the ghost here to get out, but I think he's safe.
oh
But
yeah, he's too
this
far.
could be.
He was too far up lane at that point. Yeah, he was safe. But you know what they're trying to do. They're trying to pick off Darius, trying to pick one. I don't think they. I think they understand that in a straight up team fight, they don't have it. Like in a straight up, they actually engage in a team fight. They have Misfortune, Zyra, Lux, and I mean they don't have that fight in a straight up team fight. But if they get the pick and then they work them down, that's their way to win these fights. And it's been working. It hasn't failed them yet. As long as they get one of them, they can take out the rest of them. I think Lux is no. Uh, Camera moved away.
I'm looking at this. I'm pretty sure that we might just be seeing
Oh,
a.
hold up, that landed.
Actually, is that
Zach
gonna get
has
out?
some
It looks like he has
ultimate to
his
get
soul to
out.
get out. Looks like he will, but that is definitely gonna be hurting him in the long run here. I want to say I'm pretty sure that Darius is just going for the Jack shows actually. Yeah, definitely just going for the Jack shows just to get that magic resist and being able to be in the fight longer, being able to increase your magic resist and armor while you fight is definitely gonna help a lot. But we'll see how long RAWR can actually last in a fight against that Vagar and not being and hoping and praying that they don't just one shot him in the end. Still nothing yet for 5th item for the Vagar. Most likely he is just saving up for the Rabadon's death cap. Weird that he hasn't bought the rod yet, because I would have expected he had enough gold for that, but I guess not for now.
I mean, never let him know your next move. He doesn't want to let him know what he's building.
I guess so, but I'd still think it's good just to have like another 40 ability power just there.
I
Just
mean,
to
you're definitely right. It definitely is. But this is what he's choosing to do.
actually 70 ability power. I stand correct. It's actually 70.
Oh wait, yeah, that is a lot.
Rod is
And
70,
that's
and then
Jack
death
shows
cap is not one.
Darius. He did get the Jack show, so now Darius, he's just a little bit more resistance to Vagar. To Vagar.
Of
Oh
course,
man.
we
And
have double lethality
oh,
bot
he
laners.
bought the Blighting Crystal.
He's going. I guess he did. I guess he was waiting just because seeing the seeing how much magic resist that Darius is buying. See, look at the magic resist that Zach is buying. Right, they have Banshee's Veil. I am going to guess that Misfortune is going to buy Maw, but it depends. Actually, good hook.
Yeah, I would just like to be pointing out that it just took Jin one auto attack to almost half health Zyra. That was hilarious. And there goes Darius. He gets picked up by the Jin. Zac tries to make sure that Veigar can't kill his whole team, but he gets pulled for his troubles. He gets dropped. He splits apart, but they're gonna have no problems killing him. Trundle ran down Misfortune and Lux away from the fight. Dragon's open. Poppy's dead, but so is Zac.
So this is just Soul for White Lotus here. Misses the hook, but looks like Trundle is just gonna solo it. And I think that best course of action is go for this Baron. Zac will not be alive for it, and so there's no scaredness or fear of a Zac stealing it. But it looks like they're not going to. They're just gonna back off. I would have definitely said that going for Baron would have been best. The ultimates are down for both sides, and you still have Veigar up. So
Hold up, stop. Why does that say the red team is claiming the soul?
ooh, I don't know, visual glitch, I guess.
Yeah, because it's on blue team. It is on blue team. For anyone who read that, it did go to blue team. So that is on White Lotus.
That actually looks like they'll take it now. Zac's not even in the area. I think they see Zac bot lane, so it looks like they'll just easily take this with no.
Misfortune does have bullet time. Let's see if she walks over and tries to steal it with bullet time.
Not with Blitzcrank there. It's just no way to get in.
Ah, cowards.
No, I think they just looked at the map, saw that Zac wasn't in the area. I think that's the biggest thing. They saw
Oh,
Zac wasn't in the
definitely.
area.
So they Poppy had to beeline it for Misfortune, but she was having none of that. Um, Zac's waiting in the wings, but he should not be there.
Zac is definitely in a questionable spot. But again, even Luxold isn't even able to take out just a cast, just the melee minions here. So
Yeah, and right now, for curiosity's sake, yeah, that's dealing 1,114 damage.
and I wasn't able to take again. I wasn't able to take out all that. So I want to see
Uh,
them actually do something. It looks like good flash from the Jin here just to get out of the hop, because that definitely could have been a death sentence if he didn't. I think right now it's just the best. It's just you have Baron minions, just start sieging. I think that's your best course of action here. Get the damage here, get everything. Jin ult pushes them
um,
back.
yeah, Juno comes out, does a
I,
weird amount of damage to Zac.
I think just do kind of what they did last game, but just work it way slower. Again, slowly push. Be more reckless, because last time they tried to hard shove it and that lost them the game. So slow push is definitely going to help them here. Just rotate bot lane, push that bot lane in, try to get the third inhibitor, and I think that probably will be a death sentence. Coming back from 3 inhibitors lost is going to be even harder.
Yo, okay. Also, hey, let's talk about something real quick that we haven't talked about yet. How can we not talk about this? The fact that Trundle is 0-0-1 right now. This man has not died, and
But he
he only
hasn't
has one
completed
escape.
anything. He is just kind of farmed and put down a wall sometimes, and that's about all he's done. I mean, good for him. I mean, he's just kind of going along for the ride. He hasn't done anything good for the team, but he hasn't done really anything bad for the team. So
Yeah, that's why I'm super confused because I feel like he's been at every fight, right?
pretty much, I'm just gonna guess that. I guess at the same time, he really is more split pushing than anything. If you actually look at everything, he's just more split pushing and stuff like that. My guess is that he will get an assist sometime soon, because I think this is going to be, if there's death, this will be the final stand for RAWR in this game here. Great comeback if they're able to do it. But again, as we saw last game, doesn't matter how ahead you are, even though right now it's only a 7K gold lead compared to the 11 from last time. But as you see here, they've learned they're going in way slower, slowly breaking down the base, staying a little far back, not jumping in to try to ace the team, not going for KDA, but going for these turrets, going for the inhibitors. Because now it looks like they're walking in again. Look at this Poppy. This Poppy is taking a lot of damage here. Again, that's what they got to be careful of.
Yeah, took a lot of damage there. Bullet time goes down, trying to take out Poppy. Vagar walks forward and flashes forward and kills Misfortune. But now his team is on the run.
Wow, this is the same as last time. Are they cracking under the pressure? I don't think they
Hold
are.
on.
Poppy just lives that. There we go. Hey, look, Trundle got a kill.
Hey, he's on the board.
He's on the board. Look at
um,
base. They're just losing all of the base there. I think in the eyes of White Lotus, I think they're happy here. Taking a Nexus tower just like that. I mean, if RAWR tries to do anything sneaky, tries to go steal a dragon or whatever, like Elder or Baron, I think it's just easier for Trundle, or not Trundle, for Trundle and Vagar to almost just TP into base and just end, because I think Trundle should be tanky enough to just tank the turret. Vagar one-shots it afterwards, and they just take the Nexus right under the nose, because that turret is almost gone. That's easily be able to be tower dove.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like you said, that probably wasn't the ideal fight. But what they're going to get out of this is probably for the best. I mean, I'm not sure why Poppy walked so forward, but I guess it broke the stalemate they were having. So, why is our camera all the way up here?
Because your mouse
Right.
was...
I genuinely did not touch it. But anyway,
Looking here, looks like all of RAWR is just going to try to go for this Elder Drake when it spawns. But I think, again, we see the three... Lotus is just going to go for this Elder Drake. I think you just take this and just hard push. Of course, we see Trundle top lane here just trying to take this turret. Not even take the turret, just push the wave in. Because I think here, it's just an easy way to just dive the turret right now. I think there's no reason to not. I think this is a death right here as well. Onto the Zac. Just not able to steal like last game. Unfortunate for him.
I know. Oh man, that's rough.
I think that this is game.
I don't see how this-
just run mid lane. I don't think there's any way to counter this. They have Misfortune ult, but to clear the wave, but that's about it. But they got bot wave as well for the 2 super minions, so it's just better to just... I think this is game. White Lotus coming back from a 11k gold lead, or losing after 11k gold lead last game, come back and actually win this game. Showing that their mental fortitude is just so strong that they're able to win no matter what. So it actually brings it to a 2-1 standing and not having a devastating 3-0 loss.
True, and I don't think we'll give them their credit. They kind of crushed this.
I will say again.
To be honest, that's a 20. This is 22-11 right now. I'll say
It is still a 41-minute game, of course, like every other game, but I mean they were able to come back from it. I think that was really great. I think, of course, Trundle actually ended 1-0-3, so it didn't die, didn't do much, but
he made it on the board. That's all that matters.
he did side push a lot. I think that's really good, and he also stopped Darius from going other places. I think that's the other thing. Actually, yeah, go look. I guess if we look at advanced details and actually look at how much damage he did to turrets, I actually want to know that. How much he was able to split push. So I think that's probably what Trundle's entire job this game was. So it looks like to object to turrets. Up on top. Scroll up. Above damage taken in field.
Stupid thing. That was my bad. There you go.
Yeah. So of course, yeah, he did 12k damage to turrets alone. Again, I think that's definitely what it was. Not even a single other turret was literally Darius was the only one to actually hit a turret that entire game on the side of RAWR. So that really was a one-sided stop. A very slow, but very one-sided stop.
Yeah. Dang, I didn't know that nobody else took the tower. But yeah, man. So, Trundle took towers. Vagar murdered people. I don't even need to click this total damage, but I am. Yeah. Okay. He did more damage than the highest 2 damage dealers of their team, almost combined. Like he's
Because I
really
mean,
close.
Vagar was able to. I think he farmed very well, and afterwards able to get the kills. I want to say, what was his final item? Actually, no. Again, he bought Void Staff instead of Death Cap. I'm surprised on that, of course, but I guess he did see that the damage for. No, actually, he actually sold it and bought. No, he actually bought Crypt Balloon. It looks like
Whenever
so
you
he
get a
bought
tank
that one.
down, then you create a healing nova on their location that heals allies for 0.
Again,
That's
I
a
think Crypt Balloon.
flex.
Again, that's really good. That's just a good one, just because the magic pen against. Again, if you see on, if you look at what RAWR built, they bought a lot of magic resist items, but because of that one item, he was able to just kind of chug along afterwards and kind of win the game in the end for White Lotus. So
Yeah, I mean, listen, but that was a oh, they brought back the brutalizer. That's a true flex, man. Dropping people so quickly and then you heal your team on top of that. That's nasty.
actually, just being able
Um,
to just one tap is just incredible.
all right, so what I'm hearing is Ban Vagar, OP.
I think it's more of a with Vagar, you really had to do again the synergy with the with Vagar Poppy, and I think Lux wasn't that bad because they picked Lux before they picked Vagar. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that though, but I think this Lux Vagar matchup wasn't the best because Lux's abilities are a little slower, of course, right? For her stun, for her E, so you can kind of sidestep them if you're good at it. And Vagar was just able to hit a lot of the Qs and just stack up the damage. So I think Lux isn't the best into the Vagar. I think that's better if you can get them. Nothing like the Azir and stuff, right? It was just banned, so it's kind of hard to do stuff like that.
I just don't think the Lux pick was the one. I'm not sure what would have been the correct pick there. I'm not playing the game. I'm wasn't the mid laner. But I know that Lux was not the one. Also, Lux truly did not respect Vagar.
No,
Um,
definitely tried to jump in way too much and died for it.
yep. I need God to put those 2 times that Lux tried to one tap him and just couldn't in the highlights because that was hilarious.
Hmm.
And then turns around and gets clapped. Oh man. But yeah, those were great games. Um GG's to both teams. RAR ended the night with 2 wins and White Lotus ending it with 1.
I think
Um
the coaches really did well for both teams drafting, and of course, if you need a coach, sponsor plug. Coachify.gg is a platform for esports coaches to track their students and grow their businesses with zero commissions, free to join, course tracking, and a PayPal integration. It's the perfect tool for coaches who want to level up. So if you want coaching or want to be a coach, go to coachify.gg to sign up. So thank you for Coachify for sponsoring the LXC and everything we were able to do.
yeah, thank you, corporate overlords. Um yeah, I was actually looking for a place to put that too. So I'm glad you went ahead and did it. All right, so let's see. We cast the games. We talked about the teams. We talked about after the game, and we sold our souls just a little bit. So, good place to end tonight. What do you think?
I think so too. I thank everyone for stopping by, watching this very long stream. I'm pretty sure we've gone for almost 3.5 hours here. So for those of you who have stayed this entire time, I thank you. And again, tomorrow will be the Crusader League. Yes,
Correct.
Crusaders, which will be the Emerald League. So if you ask, which 2 teams? Well, you heard it there, folks.
No. They did
Oh,
Conduit versus BBG.
Conduit versus BBG. Okay, so if you wanting to watch that, come in and join the stream again. Watch that. So And with that, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope everyone a good night.
Yep. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. See y'all tomorrow. Not me, but see y'all tomorrow.
Sorry for the heartache and saying goodbye, for wasting your time, for wasting your time. I don't know how we growing, I'll be moving, no, I'll be moving on, gotta let it go, living on my own, making me strong, now I wanna show, I can on my own, see how much I've grown, better off alone, baby, I don't need all alone. I'm halfway out, just trying to lose you now. Yeah, it was an illusion now. Yeah, I just wanna see you out. So give it up, leaving all your texts on red with the games you left.